All right, we're gonna hit that 30-second drop. I don't know where the hell I find it. And the intro.
Sky の光は危険にさられている。生命は危険に瀕しているよ。昔々から暗闇がいた。髪の毛は私たちを救うことができるよ。君の笑顔を好きから冗談をいつもしたい。
Yep. Welcome to the Jed Dez podcast. My name is Clint.
My name is Mal.
And we back with another special guest. We got Chad the Bird.
Hello. First of all, like that opening song was a fucking banger, but not as amazing as that countdown song. I was like, something is about to drop and I'm going to lose my shit. What's going to happen?
That's the only reason we haven't changed it, because it sounds so good.
It just sounds so good. Oh, they knew what they were doing.
How you doing, Chad? How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Today?
I just got off doing a stream. I didn't get off doing a stream. It was fucking, I was working because I'm professional. But yeah, I just did a stream. We're doing a retro game stream once a week on my YouTube page, and we just did some game from like 1995 that was a CD-ROM back in the day, and so yeah, you just caught me like post victory because we've been doing it for 3 weeks. So I'm just ready to I'm ready to get raw and real with everybody. I'm so tired.
Love it.
How are you guys?
All good. So like I tell you guys every time we have a special guest, found him on TikTok. Funny thing about Chad the Bird is, of course, he's a puppet. That's the first funny fucking thing. But he's actually in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What's going on?
It's like one of the first clips I seen. I was like, oh, he's talking about Chicago. Like, where the fuck is Chad from before he just started sneak dissing this shit? Let me see where the fuck he's from. Yeah, come to find out he's from Chicago too. So he understands everything going on here and shit. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I'm glad. It was really wild when you were like, oh yeah, we're also from Chicago. And I was like, oh, let's hang out. Then I was like, hang on, still a pandemic. We'll get there. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, we can get there eventually. It's all right. It's all good. So Chad, how did all this start? Like, seriously, like how because you said that you actually got like a semi-residency going on right now at a club and everything.
Yeah.
So how did all that start? Like, how did you get to this point?
Excellent question. So like when I was hanging out in Chicago in like 2004, no, it was like 2005, somewhere in there. I was doing like comedy places. I was doing the Playground, which has changed a little bit now. I did like Second City, IO, all that stuff. And nothing was hitting really. And I went to LA for a little while and literally did do a pilot for a YouTube show. This is at the early days of YouTube with the guys from Channel 101 who would eventually become like Dan Harmon and all of the community guys. Didn't know that at the time. Did a thing with those guys. Really wished I would have stayed in touch and also emailed back. And then like kind of missed the seasons and was like, all right, well, I'm going to head back to Chicago, which I did. I'm like the opposite of most birds. I don't fly. Like if everybody's going to like Fort Lauderdale, I'm like, no, I'm going to go to Colorado and hang out in the mountains.
Oh, that's bad.
Because it's better. There's more stuff to do. And then I came back here and met this guy, Chris Pyatt, who has a show over at the Green Mill every Saturday at 3:00. and has for the last 12 years. And he was just like, hey, man, what if I hired you on to be my avian op-ed columnist? And I was like, well.
Now, what the fuck does that mean?
Was the first question I asked. And turns out what it means is I would write op-eds about news stories that he would assign me. So like I'm like a journalist, but I'm allowed to get drunk on the day instead of like when I'm writing. And so I go, and so yeah, he like gives me a topic, and then I go to the Green Mill on Saturday at 3:00, and I read the op-ed that I wrote. And people dig it or they don't, but at least they learn something.
So that's the name for a drunk news reporter. Holy shit! I didn't know that.
There was an opening at the time, and I didn't know the opening was. That just goes to show you just got to be in the right place, and your dreams can come true. Someone can be like, "Hey, drink, okay. Now write stuff, okay. Now talk. Are you sure? I'm pretty drunk. Nah, just do it." And that's been it for 12 years. But like, I've been doing stand up around the city now, and because of TikTok, I've been getting offers to go do stand up elsewhere. So yeah, TikTok really flipped things out a little bit, which I was not expecting.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's awesome.
I need to get drunk and fucking go somewhere then.
Right.
Yeah, Saturday, 3:00, Green Mill.
I don't want to take your job. I don't want to take your spot.
I don't think you could, honestly. Not because I'm good at it, but because you don't want to have a person emailing you at like midnight on Friday being like, have you heard about Meghan McCain and this scandal that she's involved with? You're like, I don't care. And they're like, yeah, but that's what you're doing. Get up, do your homework. I'm like, damn it. It's like you get to do homework. That's what I get. I get assigned shit.
Yep, you're right. I don't want to do no fucking homework.
No, you don't want to do homework. You're done. There's a cutoff point, I feel like, that we should all agree on.
You definitely got me on that
like,
one.
I agree with that on with math. Like, I feel like if I can pay people to do math for me, then I don't ever have to do math.
Oh yeah, that's
so like if somebody's just like, hey, what's 15%? It's like, actually, I have a piece of paper that says I don't have to do math anymore. So I'm gonna get my guy to do it.
That's a condition.
Gary, just have him. What? Yeah.
Like, I got a guy for that.
Well, that's what Alexa and all the like Siri and all those guys are, right?
No,
it's like they automated our desire to not have to like Google shit while we're in mid conversation. So it's just like you could be like, I could do something about this right now, but we're in the middle of a conversation. And I don't want to wreck the mood. Alexa, Google. Yeah, I say that too loud. She's gonna fucking hear me. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
she knows when I'm joking.
We got like 3 different Alexas in the fucking house. As soon as we yell to one, they all connect. Like, yo, like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other.
And then they're all like, wait, are you talking to me or are you talking to the other one?
Yeah, that's why I had to like change mine. It was funny because like when my son was like doing school from home during the pandemic,
yeah,
and one of his classmates' name is Alexa.
Oh,
so every time the teacher was calling one of the kids, all my devices were going off in the house.
Yeah, that's
so then I just changed it to computer, but then I have to remember every time, like how frequently I say that word, and I was like, fuck, it's just as much as I said Alexa.
Yeah. That's what I think is interesting about people you hear on the internet talking about how they don't want the like government to know what they're doing and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, but you've got one of those. And also, what are you worried that the government thinks you're doing? Because all it's going to be is you going, fuck, I wasn't talking to you. Okay, yeah. What's the weather right now? Okay, never mind. It's just going to be a slew of that's why the government officials are just like, oh man, I don't want to sift through that. Yeah. It's like that scene in Dark Knight when Batman's got the ears on
computer screen,
and you hear the thing. And there's that moment when he looks at Lucius and he just goes, "Oh, this is too much power for one man to have." I'm like, that, and I don't want to deal with it because it would just be you scrolling through people being like, "Oh man, what do you want for dinner tonight?" And
I want to hear that shit all day.
Oh my god, how many people are talking about fucking Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial? Let's go. Right. You don't know shit. You're not a lawyer. Blah blah blah. It's kind of like what it's like scrolling on TikTok right now, actually.
It's everyone scrolling on anything, shit.
Yeah.
So you're a little spiffy bird there.
Thank you.
I didn't even see the tie and everything.
Well, the camera moves 10 pounds. But yeah, I'm always coming from work. Like every time you catch me, I was doing a spreadsheet.
Only thing's missing is a suitcase.
It's over there. Well, I mean, it's always nearby. I'm gonna have to leave at some point. They're gonna make me go somewhere. I feel like it's not creepy to have a suitcase pre-packed. I feel like people think it's like, what are you afraid of the apocalypse? I'm like, no, I'm afraid I'm gonna get like a trip. Like somebody's gonna be like, hey, do you want to go to Disney World? I'll be like, fuck, I'm ready. Let's go right now. Shit, get in. We'll get an Uber.
It's always have it on hand. That's funny. I didn't want to ask some questions. I just want to ask some silly ass questions. That's all I really want to do. Like, does Chad have a love interest in like little Chad's running around, flying around somewhere?
First of all, from what I understand, I don't have any children. I feel like you would have known. That would have been on the news. Banana Laffy Taffy fucking looking kids running around. Somebody would have known. They look like Fry Kids, if you remember from McDonald's. I feel like that's what I assume my kids would look like. And I hope. But like, no, I don't. And I also, I mean, like, I have plenty of love interests. I don't know if I have any love reciprocations, but I am into several people, but like, respectfully, admiring. But yeah, I go out. I assume you guys are, you have kids, hence the title of the show.
Yes, we have kids and we're
married.
So we have. This is good.
I don't want to claim either.
That's one of those it's like one of those impasses in conversation because you're like, oh, I'm going to complain about something. You're going to go, man, I wish I could stay out until midnight. And you're like, oh yeah, good point. Sorry, that's on me. But to be fair though, I feel like because of the pandemic and everything we went through, which I thought was really interesting because I thought we would just go like all the humans would go feral, like just crazy. Yeah. And you would be like, because that's what they wanted you to think it was in the movies this whole time.
Yeah.
And then like, no, it's actually everybody got really good at nesting and decorating and everybody started to like really look themselves. And I was like, okay, first of all, that stuff says that bird looks high. Looks? These guys called me. Just saying. I didn't just show up. But like, I feel like because of the pandemic and what we went through and everything, that there was like a healthy responsibility that we learned. And I'm just not like, I feel like the party scene, people were like, oh yeah, once we all get together, it's going to be a straight up club. And I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that.
Nah, it wasn't. I think we had the most trash pandemic ever. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm probably fucking up because I'm comparing it to like the bubonic plague or some shit like that. But I'm just saying our shit was trash. Like, we weren't throwing people into bonfires and shit like that. We weren't claiming people to be witches.
Right.
Like none of that shit. Our shit was kind of trash.
Lamest apocalypse ever.
Yeah. We just had stupid people making stupid decisions.
Yeah.
The whole pandemic.
Did you guys get not like zombies? No, we didn't get zombies. We got Nazis though.
Yeah, we got Nazis and more Florida men. Shit, that's all the fuck we got.
Florida men.
What a horrible house parties. They're rebooting everything, and eventually somebody's gonna go, "Hey, man, there's limits. We don't need to bring back Nazis." But they did, and didn't bring them back very well, which is a good thing, but still embarrassing.
People fighting over fucking toilet tissue, all type of shit.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that shit was stupid.
Yeah, which I think is hilarious because I went to the supermarket and I was like looking, like it was like 2 days after this whole thing started, and I was wandering around, just like, I probably should get some stuff because I'm not going to go out, but I wasn't like ready to hoard. Like I wasn't like, I got to get all the beans I can get and a wife. Get down here. But no, I went in there just like I should probably get some, like mac and cheese or something.
Might last a little week, might last like 2 weeks. No, you don't know. You never know.
Nothing huge.
Fucking one per customer. That's all you can get. One per customer. One.
Not only was everybody losing their minds and like buying all the toilet paper, which I was just like, why the toilet paper? Where was that discussion? Like, oh man, we're never going to be able to wipe our ass in the apocalypse. I'm like, I feel like that's the easiest thing to do in the apocalypse.
Right. You know how many household items that's what I'm saying.
You can do a lot.
I feel like that's a problem down the road. More immediate though. booze, which is what I did, and there was plenty of booze.
Yeah, it was
Like there were black beans. There were a lot of black beans, which I thought was interesting. I was like, nobody went for black beans, but like red beans gone, pink beans gone, fucking garbanzo beans gone. But just like I was like, well, I mean, those are the black beans are the easiest ones. What the fuck are you guys doing? And then we did, and then I went over. All the pasta was gone. Pasta sauce was there. And I was like, thank God I don't know any of these people because what they would eat in the apocalypse. Yeah. I've got some black bean and pasta. Fuck you, Trent. Fuck you, Trent. Yeah, it was not. It was right. It was not good. We did not start off well. No good marks. No, seriously, biff the routine from the beginning.
No, if anything, we need a redo of this whole pandemic.
No, can we not? Please not. I'm tired of
things we can get right this time. I'm sorry. I feel like fucking Doc and Marty. I feel like Doc and Marty, bro. I feel like it's some things we can get right.
Yeah, let's go back and show people how to do it. The universe literally was like, "Hey, man, you don't leave your house. Get high, play games."
Yeah.
And like there was like a hard percentage of us that were just like,
loving
no. It. I was like, wait, no. No,
you have full permission. Matter of fact, fuck it, we'll pay you to do it
too. I dove in. I dove full on in. I was like, "Oh, I have this. Don't worry about me."
Yeah, I was.
You guys are good.
I was definitely at home. I was one of those people like, what? You mean I don't have to talk to people or see people anymore? Shit, sign me up.
Somebody finally got my suggestion in the suggestion box. Yeah, we have all these complaints. One of them is stop talking to people or just me in general. Right. Worked out great. But yeah, no, it was wild. But y'all are in Chicago, right? But like, where in Chicago? Like, I mean, obviously, you don't want to tell people specifically where you are.
Oh, West Side.
All right, West Side. Okay, both of you are.
No, I moved. I'm way out north.
Oh, like Aurora.
Farther.
Oh,
it's fucking Flags.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Nice. At least you're close to Six Flags.
Yeah, it's like literally like 5 minutes. No, 10 minutes away.
It won't ride a ride. Pussy.
Yeah, seriously, get that season pass, man. That's a whole year.
You still won't ride a ride. So
really?
No, I did like we went like I think before that, but like I mean I've been over here for like a good 2 years now. So like after doing it once, we were like,
we're good. This is fun. That stuff says in Florida. Oh, you're a real Florida man. Well, are you okay? Do you require any assistance? Please do not go wakeboarding and or work on the roof anytime soon because I hear it does not work out well for Florida man.
I never.
Also, stop tweeting. Or continue to tweet. I don't care. I shouldn't tell people what to do. I don't know. I don't have any words of advice.
He said Chad the Bird versus Kermit. Who y'all got?
Oh, well, I feel like I can speak to this. I feel like I could take. I don't want to take Kermit, but I could.
Okay.
It would be that thing where you're like, "Don't make me do this, man," and he'd be like, "It's up to you, yeah, man. You're the one that brought it," and I'd be like, "All right, I told you not to bring it, and then it happened."
That's cool. Do you have any beef with any other puppets?
Nah.
No.
Why? Do you know about any? Because let me know. Are you on the message boards? I'd love to know who has beef with me.
No, you're literally my first puppet that I talked to. I don't know any more puppets.
Yeah, only puppets I know they got beef is Elmo and what's the name?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Rock or whatever?
Rocky.
Yeah, that's some real beef.
And that was like a solid 2 months of our lives. And I just couldn't wait to see that resolve. It hasn't, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's still going on.
I don't really have beef with anybody because it's people like I've noticed that on TikTok. There are people that have beef with me, humans that have beef with me, right? Yeah. But it's never something that I actively put out there, which I think is true for most of us. Like we're all just like, hey, I did an art. And someone's just like, here's fucking bullshit. And you're like, cool, I didn't have a problem with you. I don't know you. I just made an art and now there's an issue. and I didn't have any reason for there to be an issue.
Yeah,
So
that's the
it seems
internet.
like people are mad at me more than I'm mad at them.
Yeah, that's the internet. It's all right.
You get
That's
mad
gotta
at
be.
anything.
I don't see any reason to be at this point. We're all in the shit right now. I don't know. I should have asked earlier if I can swear on this. I assumed I did because it was late night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you
that-
can.
we
Yeah.
don't
All right,
give
good.
a fuck.
I figured like you're like, hey, so before we continue, all of my kids are here, and I'd be like,
Yeah, your kids.
Uncle Chad did a problem. Here's the thing: you will use these words someday, children, but not today. Today is not that day.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to catch one of my kids like in mid cursing. Like, go ahead, finish. Let me see where this is gonna go.
Just give him the floor. Like, no, after you. No, please continue. We would love to hear it.
Please elaborate.
That stuff asked if I'm a flamingo or a parrot. I'm a little bit of both, I think. I don't know. I haven't gotten any of the results back yet. I don't know what the fuck this is about. Look at that. What kind of bird has that?
I don't know what the fuck this is about.
Yeah, seriously. This looks like they either went too far or not far enough.
That's what happens when you just stick the tip in.
Yeah. Good to know that's how I got started. Mom and dad. I remember it well. Anywho, gross.
Oh, man.
How are you guys holding up in all this? Because having kids, I can't imagine what that's like in all this.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie
Oh,
to
did
you.
I open the door? I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, it's open now. Shit.
Before this podcast started, boy, I was ready to choke one of them. But
Yeah, you have your moments.
that's a
Right.
regular day though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's moments where I think I was like, you know what? Anakin went wrong. Anakin
I'm
went
thinking about
wrong.
it. Yeah, Anakin was never wrong. That's a fact.
Yes.
Oh man.
I
How's he
just
doing?
rewatched. Okay. All right. So I did a gig in Chicago. Do you guys remember? I don't know how far in towards the lake you would go.
Mhm.
Because I'm in like the uptown area. Because I do
Okay.
that show at the Green Mill every Saturday.
Okay, I'm still around there.
And I on occasion get asked to go like a little farther south and a little farther east. And so like I end up, there was a place called the Tonic Room.
I heard of that.
So that is now a place called Golden Dagger, which is a pretty solid kind of honky tonk looking bar, which is weird because it's Chicago and you look around and you're like, is this really the place?
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Fucking,
scene
like a fucking Cracker Barrel in the middle of the fucking city.
exactly with booze, a Cracker Barrel with booze and a fucking stage, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, all of this is gonna end poorly. But
All I need to see is one Confederate flag, and I'm out. All right, I'm good.
somebody's gonna have a tattoo. You know it when they're gonna walk in. You're gonna go, oh man, drink specials were so good too. No, it's pretty cool. It's a little punkier. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, so you went like biker style with it, which is nice.
Okay.
But still, anyway, I did a thing down there, and it was like I hadn't been in front of people in a while, and it was such a long walk down towards the area. I forgot how long it takes to like get places in Chicago because I haven't had to walk around a bunch. But yeah, that's where I was at. I don't know if you ever come down that far.
No, I've definitely been downtown and to the lake and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like downtown because it's too damn busy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Too
That
damn busy.
drive stupid.
people are really getting after it on and I just don't want to keep bringing up TikTok, but I will. They're going after it pretty hard on TikTok about Chicago being a really dangerous city, like hardcore dangerous. Like they're just like, oh, it's just friggin' bedlam over there. People are getting shot every day, and I'm like, I mean, it's a city, so I mean, you're not wrong.
Something
Not
funny.
wrong.
Something funny.
Right.
I was just in Dubai, and like I was talking to a guy. His English wasn't that well or whatever for the case is, but he was like, "How is Chicago?" I said, "It's cool and everything like that." He said, "Oh yeah, Gotham." I was like, sometimes. He's like, "No, like Gotham, like they filmed Batman there." I was like, "Oh,
That's true.
I was like, "Yeah, that too. That one too. Yeah." But I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of like Gotham." Not
Yeah,
gonna lie
it
to
is.
you.
It is. Me and friends make me and my other friends make some jokes, and we say that downtown is Gotham, and then the West and The West Side and South Side is Bloodhaven.
That's a very specific reference.
Yeah.
And you know who you're hanging out with when they get it.
Yeah, we're not lucky enough to get no Metropolis. It's fucked up out here.
No, it's dark out here all the time.
All the time. Well, but that's the thing, because I was like, but yeah, I know it's a city, and there's a lot of reasons why it's a violent city on occasion, but it's not always a violent city. It's also not the most violent city.
No,
because and that's what I think is wild, is that's not the narrative that you hear in the news. They're just like, Chicago is it's a friggin' nightmare, dude. Don't go there. You fucking lose your kids, and your house blows up, and all your bills, you have to pay them all over again. And it's like, no, that's St. Louis. And then you show them the stats, and you're like, see, that is a place I would be nervous about. But I do go there during the day, especially in the summer.
They talk to us like we Detroit or something.
Yeah, really. I'm like, okay. I feel like keep going. Go to Gary and tell me that Chicago is scary.
Right.
Exactly. We was just talking about that shit the other day. Like, there's literally no reason for anybody to be in Gary.
Yeah. And except if you're from there and you're trying to escape.
Yeah.
In which case, shout out to all of my Gary friends. You guys got this. Come across the lake, man. There's a place for you here. Wait, that stuff says, does people say Illinois or Chicago? Because I just say Chicago. Well, I think it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
I get into those arguments with people on TikTok because they're like, I'm from Chicago. I'm like, no, you're not. You're from Barrington.
Some suburb.
Right. It'd be some suburb or something. Like, it'd be people that legit never lived in a city, like not even for like a couple of years or something. They just be on the outskirts, like, yeah, I'm from Chicago, and then they somebody from Chicago question what part of Chicago, and then they say like, oh yeah, Aurora. It's like, no, you're not from Chicago.
Like, no. So in that case, no. And I knew it when you said what you said, right?
Yeah. Funny thing is, one of our guys, his girl, she's from Chicago, but they're both in Tennessee now and shit.
Yeah.
And we was like, all right, that's cool. When she come to town, we go to Jewtown, get a Jewtown post and everything like that. She was like, what? She was like, what is that? I was like,
yes. It was like, where you from?
Yeah, really.
we immediately turned to like you know, you see those movies in Compton or something. They're like, where you from, man?
Where your grandma stay?
Where your grandma stay at? Where you from?
Oh, hell no.
When she told us where she was from, we both looked at each other like, nah, you're not from Chicago.
But that's the thing, you know exactly where they're from when they say stuff like that, where they're just like, where they come in, they say something you know is 100% wrong, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make you tell me where you're from.
No, Chad, you want to know something even more fucked up? So they're from Tennessee, right? And
that's already fucked up. No, I'm just kidding. I have a lot of friends.
Sorry, Fox. But yeah, so they came to Chicago to visit her parents, right? And he went to some restaurant. He was like, I went to some restaurant started with a P. I'm like, Portillo's? Like, all right, that's cool. He's like, yeah, I got a beef and I got it dry. I was like, who the fuck were you with? Who has the gun? And who the fuck?
Who are your friends? Who are those people? Oh my god!
Yeah, we had to get on his ass all night about that. Like,
yeah,
oh, you do not go to fucking Portillo's and get a dry.
Like,
you don't go anywhere and get a fucking dry Italian beef.
That's my next question: is what Portillo's would dare just be like, yeah, okay,
just serve that shit.
I bet the Portillo workers like looking at them crazy when they opened it too.
Like there was 10 minutes of just like, are you sure? And they'd be like, no, that's fine. No, but are you sure? All right, that's 3 times I've asked you. Just saying. All right, that stuff is asking. I'm all about chat right now. Sorry. What is? It's because I just did my stream, so I'm always looking to the side. That stuff said, what is a beef dry? And I feel like that's a good question to answer, being as though we're hometown people. Hometown. Most of you are hometown people. I'm just
Italian
representing.
Beef.
Yeah,
it's Italian beef, and sometimes you can get it mixed with a sausage or a Polish, and yeah, it's gravy and bread, and you know.
It's like
peppers.
Picture a sandwich, and then make it better.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
And then that's it. What's good, man? I don't know. We're talking about dip beef, so everything right now. I'm not mad about it. Now, okay. So, are you two guys? Are you local, like born and raised?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a transplant. I don't know if my accent gave it away, but yeah. So it's been. I feel like I just got a VIP tour of Chicago. I've been here for 15 years.
Yeah.
But still, I run into all kinds of new.
You're gonna find something new every fucking day.
Right. Somebody explained to me
Fortunately and unfortunately.
Yeah, right. Both times. But that's what I love about it. Somebody told me what a French room was. I had no idea what that was. Have you heard of that before? Exactly.
I've never heard of that.
Then
I don't know what the fuck a French is to even put it in the room in the first fucking place.
But it sounds like something I could eat. Is it good? It's a front room, and it's like a Chicago Italian thing apparently. So like if you say we're in the French room, it's the area that you get in like through the front door. Was like, man, first of all, you have more than one room. Awesome.
I'm not that fancy.
Yeah, seriously.
And I just had Illuminati's like 2 years ago, and that's the most Italian place I ever fucking
Wow,
been to.
Who's got that kind of money? Okay, good for you.
Yeah, so I have no clue about what the fuck a French room is.
Yeah, I learned all about this. Apparently,
I thought that shit was finna go left and go sexual. To be honest,
yeah,
what it sounds like, right? Not.
I was like, is that a special VIP room? And
no, it's just a lazy way of saying the front, and that makes me super mad and sad.
Just say front.
Yeah, just say front.
Just say front. Just say front.
Yeah. So if you're local hometown people, are you Al's Beef, Portillo's, or Mr. Beef, or am I missing one?
Mr. Beef is definitely out west.
Yeah.
Shit, that's hard.
It's kind of
Al's Beef is fire,
right?
Yeah.
But Portillo's is Portillo's though. I'm not
right.
But Al's Beef is fire. Whichever one is closer.
Portillo's the edge.
Whichever one's closer, that's the answer.
Yeah. Whichever one I don't feel like fucking dealing with, because Mr. Beef, I gotta deal with some ghetto ass people. I ain't got time for that shit sometimes. So I'm gonna be honest with you. So after that, whichever one is closer.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because Portillo's be having to wait too.
Right.
That's true.
You
those drive-through lines is a bitch.
That's true, but that's like what it's like waiting in line for Six Flags. You're like, I know I'm gonna love this when I get there. But I do feel like I could be doing something else right now.
You definitely need the speed pass when you go to Portillo's.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the $1 million idea. You got to go to those guys and be like, hey, speed pass.
Say, I'm a very important person. Excuse me.
Yeah,
excuse me.
I came here for the lemon cake. Yeah, I have a speed pass. Excuse me.
All right, Chad, you asking us questions. So, are you a deep dish pizza kind of guy? Since you are, how did you feel about that when you first ate it the first time here in Chicago?
Okay, so it's funny that you mentioned that because I had speaking of beef, I had some beef on TikTok when I mentioned my Italian food experience when I was like, here's the thing about deep dish pizza. And I went off on a rant about it because in all of the years I've been in Chicago, every Chicago local I've talked to has told me the same. They're like deep dish pizzas for tourists. And I was like, all right. Yeah. I think it's fine. It's a pizza quiche. But like if you want your pizza in a bread bowl, that's for you. Have a great time. I also don't think that you should have your sauce on top. I feel like that is blasphemous. I think you should put your cheese on it goes cheese sauce bread. But then again, it's still pizza. So I don't want this to start a war. But what I do want humans to understand is that there's a ratio that works out. And but unless you go to Pequod's, which changes all the rules.
Yo, y'all tripping in the chat. Y'all talking about fucking Little Caesars is A1. Y'all get
wow.
That hurts more. That I will go to war over. People like
that's some struggle shit.
Yeah.
That's
like,
next.
Like I ain't
Little
got
Caesars
it.
tastes like cardboard box. Y'all
ate that shit.
It's like somebody took like Chef Boyardee and a little bit of sugar and then like put it on top of like a really hard paper towel. And I was like, oh, this is your food, huh?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all should never walk into a pizza place and the pizza already be ready. Before you even order it. That's never a good fucking sign.
That is it. End of argument.
That shit should not be hot and ready as soon as you walk your ass in the door.
Yeah, pizza and sushi made to order.
Yeah, exactly.
Full stop.
Fucking gas station sushi and shit. Well, fuck that. Y'all tripping. Talking about Little Caesars.
Yeah, no, I feel like I live not far from a Papa John's up here, which is whatever it is. But like it makes me laugh when my friends like come by and they're like, "Hey man, we should get a pizza." I'll call Papa John's. I'm like, "You live in Chicago."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You live in Chicago." And they're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "But you live in Chicago." And I'll just keep saying it until they go to somewhere other than Papa John's.
Yeah.
If you want shitty pizza, you can do it, but buy local, man. It's not hard. Not hard at all.
No, that's for real. You should never go to like one of those those big, huge ass franchises to get fucking pizza. You really should.
You just go at least at least 4 blocks. I'm gonna say bare minimum.
The most you can do is just try some random ass pizza place. That's the most you could probably do.
Or small mom and pops.
And it won't be good, but at least it's better than what you would have gotten. Because, like, you're right. Papa John's is amazing because it's got the garlic sauce. But here's the thing. You can just buy the garlic sauce and then go to a random pizza place and be like, this is delicious. Why? Because the garlic sauce is really what you want. Be honest with you. Some
fancy ass restaurant, eat their breadsticks, but you have the Papa John's garlic sauce on the table.
Yeah, it's fine with me. That's the condiment.
What the fuck is that?
People are obsessed. Humans, all of you are obsessed with fucking sriracha everywhere you go. I'm like, what happened to the Papa John's garlic sauce? Like, that's the ultimate sauce. I thought we all agreed on that.
No, but sriracha sauce is good.
This is a good fight to have because in the end, whoever wins, you just get more sauce.
Yeah,
I'm not mad about it.
Said don't sleep on Pizza Hut. I'm definitely sleeping on Pizza Hut. For some reason, I tried to order that shit like 2 or 3 weeks ago. For some reason, I just wanted some stuff. What is that? Not stuffed pizza, but the stuffed crust. I wanted stuffed crust for some reason, and I was like, "Oh, they got Pizza Hut on Uber Eats." And I finished ordering. I had enough food for me, kids, everybody. Man, that shit came out to $100. I said, for Pizza Hut? No, fuck that. I wish I would give Pizza Hut a whole $100. Hell no. Shit, I packed the family up. I said, all right, we going somewhere to eat for $100 fucking dollars.
For $100, you could go to a Giordano's and have so you could buy out half the restaurant.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You can get one of those birthday packs.
Yeah, you can at least get like 3 or 4 pizzas from Giordano's for $100.
Yeah. Oh, like fuck that shit.
Well, there's like Illuminati's or one. I think it's Lou's. I can't remember. It's either Lou's or one of the other chains. It has like No, but no, I'm saying they have like a 2-for-1 every Thursday or something.
Oh yeah. Just those deals and shit. Yeah.
Which is nuts because then you see people at night going over the Domino's and you just want to scream, why? It's right there. What are you doing? You're better than this. It's still shitty pizza, but it's homemade. Yeah, that's better.
That is better. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody's auntie back there slaving in that fucking kitchen.
What? Yeah, it's most likely a college kid who's just like, I don't need this, and you're like, but you're doing great.
Keep up the good work.
Keep it up. What are your pizza go-tos like local wise?
Oh man.
If I want a cheap pizza, I'll grab some Bocce's.
Bocce's. Nothing wrong with Bocce's.
I can tell you right now. I do like Bocce's. Dimenzio's, of course. Italian Fiesta.
Nice.
I just had. Is it Sapriano's? I think.
Yeah, Sarpino's.
Sarpino's.
Yeah, they got some good ass pizza too.
Yeah, I crushed Sarpino's tavern style, which is more what we eat here, or what I guess I'm allowed to say we because I've been here long enough.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
It's tavern style because when you go elsewhere to other states and do stand up and stuff like that, people are like, oh yeah, just you eat deep dish all day. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to move if I ate deep dish all day. In fact, I would be dead if I ate the way you think I'm supposed to eat based on the movies you watch, the Hallmark Channel movies you watch about Chicago. It's ridiculous. I'm like, no, man, it's tavern style pizza. And yes, I'm drunk.
Here's another tester for you. Pop or soda?
Oh shit.
Well, in the Midwest, I know it's pop. On the East Coast, it's soda. So since we're in the Midwest, it's gonna be pop.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that full because I'd be used to be in Milwaukee and they used to say soda. They didn't know what the fuck the pop was. I was like, what's going on here? Like, we're right next door. Y'all don't know what the fuck pop is? Like, I want to pop.
Oh my God. Have you ever been to Texas?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, once. You're good. But like, I went in and everything is Coke. Everything is Coke. And you'll be like, can I get like literally, okay, so pretend I'm me. All right, I just really want an actual Coke. I want a Coke. And they'll go, which kind? And you're like, Coke. And they're like, yeah, but which one? And it took me forever to realize, oh, all of this is Coke to you. You say like, I want a Coke. Which kind?
No, that's a
Sprite.
headache. That's a
Yeah, and
headache.
I'm like, no, I just want a Coke. Do I have to say classic? Because I do not want to call it Coke Classic.
So I don't want the classic Coke.
That stuff. Yeah, they do. They call it cold drink too. It's true.
Cold drink.
But is it really classic? Though?
That's country. That's country as shit.
Well, it's cold drink classic. You got to be specific.
I was gonna say, does it really count as classic if it doesn't have the cocaine in it?
No, none of it. No, you want to get the Mexican colas where you in the bottles. I was told that too. They're like, no, the reason the Mexican colas are so great is because there's cocaine in them. And I was like, first of all, I think you're lying. Second of all, I'm gonna look it up. And it turns out the reason why the Mexican colas is like the ones in the bottle that you can buy at the shops and stuff like that on the street are so great is because they're made with real sugar, with cane sugar, and not high fructose corn syrup. So be this a lesson to you all. If you can get a bottle of Coke and it's in Spanish, get it. It's better. It's like getting a Guinness in Ireland, I've been told.
Chad, do you like movies and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Are you into stuff like that? Somebody asked were you into Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure it's a bigger genre out there than just fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
I love that now because Disney bought Star Wars. We were like, are you into Star Wars? And you're like, which chapter?
Right.
Because I would love to talk about all of them, but we're only mortals. I am into Star Wars. I just did. All right. So I do a movie recaps for an app called Beams, which I know I sound like I'm just like, hey man, check out my app. You don't have to do it, but if you want to, it's fun. It's called Beams FM, and it's an app. It's like audio Twitter, and they brought me on to write a minute and a half spoilers for movies. Oh, so like if it's a movie that you don't want to see, but you want to know what it's about so you can have a conversation with somebody, you just click on it and I'll watch the movie so you don't have to.
Cliff notes.
Yeah. It's mostly horror movies because people apparently have a problem with horror movies. I don't understand that. But anyway, so I just did a recap of like all of the movies that Obi-Wan is in that you need to see before the show that drops on Disney Plus on May 27th. They're not paying me to say that. I'm just saying for it.
I'm just happy to say it.
But yeah, I watched episode 1, 2, and 3. You're welcome. And then there's a bunch of episodes of the Clone Wars you should watch. But like the one I was told that's like the most important one is there's an episode of Rebels where they meet Obi-Wan. It's the one with him and Maul. Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler alert, everybody. Darth Maul's not dead. It's been canon for almost a decade. Think about that. If anybody's got a problem. So yeah, it's that one too, is apparently a thing. I think we're gonna see Darth Maul in the show. I'm excited.
I hope so. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That would be dope. And we get to see the actual. Well, it wasn't much of a fight.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't. They make a big deal out of it, but if you go back and watch it, you're like, no.
Somebody didn't stand a chance here. We're not gonna say who.
It's funny because like I went back and rewatched these movies and like in fits and starts because like the first like Phantom Menace you can only handle about like 2 minutes of it and you're like, oh yeah. And then you jump, pod race, jump, final fight. And you're like, oh, we're done. No, we're done. We don't have to keep going. But like Attack of the Clones has some fun stuff, but Revenge of the Sith is the most watchable one of the prequels. There's a lot of really cool shit that happened in that movie.
Yeah, facts.
That is very true.
But then it goes stupid. And you're like, I forgot. This movie sucks. They all suck.
How do you feel about Jar Jar Binks?
I feel like at this point you should know how I feel about Jar Jar Binks.
Even if you don't know me, you should know how I feel about Jar Jar.
It's like you asked me to be on your podcast. I feel like there's a measure of pride there. I remember. Okay, so the first time I saw the Phantom Menace, I remember because like I love Star Wars, and I have an original trilogy because I went to Exchange on Belmont. It was like when
I know
Force
what you're
Awakens.
talking about.
That place.
Yeah, the video store. Yeah.
Yeah. There was it was right when Force Awakens was coming out, and I went there because I wanted to see. You know, I went in and I was like, "Do you guys?" I remember going up to the guy at the desk, which was very weird because I'm very small. So it was more like, "Hey, you, come here." And we were talking, and I was like, "Do you happen to have any I don't know, like original trilogy stuff?" And I'm serious. This is not a joke. Guy went like this. And I was like, we'll follow you into the back. So I followed him into the back. For the podcast audience, I just nodded my head to the back of the room.
You shouldn't have followed him to the back, Chad. I don't think you should have followed him.
I feel like I was in a safe place because I said Star Wars, and he was like, "Come check this out." And I'm like, "Well, either way, I'm gonna like this."
I'll be like, like
He said either way. He said either way.
Yeah, depending on what ends up happening, I'm gonna at least go, "Yeah, but that was some good cosplay." So I go back there, and he had 3 original DVDs from the special edition when it first released, and DVDs. And they had the original cut, the theatrical cut in the special editions. And he was like, "Here, you like in the special features? For you kids out there, we used to have DVDs, and on them were the special features, which is what you bought. Yeah, this is what you bought the DVD for, was the extra stuff, the making ofs. And on this particular special features, it had the original theatrical cut. And the guy was like, I was like, "Give me these, teach me." And he was like, "That they're $25 a piece." And I was like, "I don't care." And he's like, "That's $75." And I was like, "I said what I said." And so I still have them here in my apartment. And every time I'm feeling like watching a Star Wars, that's what I do, is I'll go back and watch the original trilogy without any of the fucking jazz that they put on it. That's my go-to happy place. And I'm a Return of the Jedi stan, so I stick by that.
Okay.
nice.
You don't have that. You don't have that.
Clint's just like, okay. Moving on.
Yeah, he's not.
No, you good.
Oh,
You good. I was going to ask you, did you have the Chewbacca Christmas special on DVD?
Oh wow, the holiday special.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, you have that. That's all.
So I have a podcast too, which I will have you guys on soon because it's a lot of fun. And every year for Christmas, I pull my friend Jen Bencourt, who was on the stream today, and we watch the Star Wars holiday special. And we've watched it 4 times now because we do it like every year.
So is that
and every year we learn something new.
Pleasure?
Yeah. At that point we've reversed, and now it's weird and kinky. Where it's just like, this used to be a hate watch, and now I think you like it too much. I'm like, maybe I do. Maybe I do.
Now shut the fuck up. My part is coming up.
Now the Wookiees are going to talk for 20 minutes with no subtitles, and we're just going to have to guess.
I'm almost there. I'm almost understanding what the fuck they saying.
Someday.
A couple more watches.
We're going to go watch the grandpa Wookiee masturbate in the chair for another 20, which it happens in that movie.
I know. I've
That
learned,
stuff says
a lot of things through TikTok that I probably shouldn't know.
Right. Yep. Welcome to the internet. Yeah, no, I've seen the holiday special many times. Here's an interesting thing. So like we stream on my YouTube, we watch like classic movies until we get booted. And we got booted watching the Star Wars holiday special. And we were like, wait a minute. Who cares what happens to that special?
Like,
who cares?
Yeah, who's claiming this?
Yeah. And like, turns out nobody, except when you get to the cartoon in the holiday special. That's the first time that they've ever introduced Boba Fett, was in the Star Wars holiday. And they've got this admittedly pretty boss cartoon in there that's like kind of Ralph Bakshi, kind of like heavy metal kind of animation, real trippy.
Yeah.
And you can watch that cartoon on the Disney Channel, on the Disney Plus. It's the only thing they kept from the holiday special. And so when we got to the cartoon, YouTube was like, "Oh, no, sorry. No, we can't. Sorry, sir, we can't." So yeah, a little trivia.
How do you feel about Disney though? Like, do you like Disney? Do you like the apps and movies and stuff like that they got going on right now?
Do I have a choice at this point? You can't like no, I don't like that it's a giant corporation that owns everything. But then they show them, they're like, yeah, but check it out. we're gonna bring back Darth Vader, and you're like, I'm sorry, I called you an evil corporation. And they're like, yeah, take your medicine. You're like, I will, sir. Thank you. May I have another?
I
It's
will
just
be
what
on the dark side. It's okay.
it hurts. It's just how it is. Like, you get it. You get how people would have joined the Empire in the movie. Because you're like, nah, man, why would I want to go for those? They're space Nazis. That's what they're supposed to be. It's fucking horrible. And it's like, yeah, but did you see what the lineup is on their HBO Max? And you're like, holy fuck. Are you serious? They
Are
have
you gonna miss this shit? No.
no. They have all 3 Lord of the Rings extended editions. Yes. I mean,
Yes.
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that HBO Max shit crazy. That's
It's
the
crazy.
one thing I said, like, that's gonna be my last subscription because I'm literally getting movies before they premiere in theaters at home, and I could pause these bitches whenever I want to.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is every month we get a brand new movie. I'm like, you can't beat this.
Nope.
Not mad about it. When they were like, the new Batman movie is going to be in theaters, I was like, I'll wait.
Yeah. the
It's
fuck
fine.
am I going to the movies for?
Yeah, why would I want to go into a room with a bunch of humans and I could sit here and yell at the screen by myself and have no one judge me? Because I definitely did during the Batman, because I just kept sitting there going, move! Do something! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I fucking loved it, though. Just FYI.
I still gotta watch it. I know Malcolm's saying this.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, so we can't talk about it because you haven't watched it.
I
All
don't
right.
give a fuck. I don't care
All right.
about spoilers.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't? All right.
That's,
Well,
that's not one of those movies I give 2 fucks about spoilers.
all right. So we can talk about it a little bit. All right. Mel, I don't know how into Batman you are. Are you like Batman kid?
Heavy,
like
heavy,
back in the day?
heavy.
Heavy. Okay, let's
He's
talk about
heavy
it.
into Batman. I give.
Let's talk about it.
I give 2
because I
fucks
have
about
some
DC.
notes. Well, that was the thing. I used to love DC until Marvel came out with better movies.
Yeah.
I mean, like Batman '89 is the tops. Obviously, we all know this
Yeah.
is canon.
Yeah.
And I like the Nolan trilogy just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
agree.
Hell yeah.
That's
Dark Knight Rises. I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
fine. I'll still watch that movie. I think it was over analyzed. I was like, guys, it's a Batman movie. It's fine.
Right.
We'll be fine.
The parents die.
Yeah.
He's still rich.
Yeah,
Still
Tom Hardy's here. We always love Tom. It's good to see him. It's good to see him do some things. He's been working out. Give him a minute to shine for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then what do you call? I gave up on Zack Snyder a long time ago, and that is admitted. That is public knowledge.
Yeah. Was
Um,
it Justice League or was it everything before that?
It was Superman Returns, but that's fine. Oh my God. It was because I don't like it. Like, this is my problem with the X-Men movies. And I know, just hang on, hear
Which
me out.
ones?
We're talking about the Bryan Singer ones.
Okay.
Because I feel like X and X2 got a lot of love that I was just like, I don't know if I agree with you, but I do love the casting.
Was it the black leather X-Men?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it was the black leather outfit. Second of all, it was that there were no lights. No lights at all.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the X-Men. Like, there's supposed to be all kinds of different kinds of colors. Blue, green, reds, just like pink. But instead they were like, no, everybody's in black leather and they're super sad about it. And I'm like, oh, well, I was not expecting that. Like, every time Wolverine had to do something, he was like, I don't want to. And you were like, yeah, but we do though. So chop.
Get the fuck over it.
And I loved Logan. I thought Logan was great. And I
Logan
loved
Logan was great.
X-Men First Class. I thought was great too. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is colorful. It's wild. It's funny. I want to see them work as a team. And
They just fucked up and they kept giving the speed motherfucker his scene every fucking movie. Like, all right, he's fast.
He's
we get it.
We get it.
We get it.
Time is weird. Okay. Make Cyclops cool and then we'll talk. But like so yeah, when we get into like that like gritty Batman stuff, like the Snyderverse, when all of a sudden Superman had to cry all the time, I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't, I get it. It's hard. It's hard to be Superman. You get 10 minutes of that and then go be awesome.
Yeah.
And instead it was like, I get 10 minutes of that. And then I'm going to throw a full-on diva rock star fit in the middle of like downtown Metropolis and wreck everything. And I was like, this is not a Superman indeed.
Batman vs Superman was probably the worst movie I had.
Oh my god! And I
Yeah.
sat through it.
I
I
slept
watched the
through it.
whole.
No, you're laughing, Chad. I'm dead ass serious. I went to the movie theater with all the guys, and I literally went to sleep. I was like, yeah, fuck
he did.
Wow.
In the movie theater.
It was like getting beat up. That's what it felt like. I was like, this movie is kicking my ass, and I didn't ask for this. I didn't deserve this. I didn't say anything I shouldn't have. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm getting my ass beaten. And I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this level of just fucking machismo, fucking biceps, wet fucking beat downs, crying. I was like, what the fuck? I thought this was Batman and Superman, man.
Yeah, wet beat downs.
What killed me was they were doing too fucking much in it. They were trying to play catch up.
Right.
And people have to remember that fucking Marvel has been doing this shit for a long time. It took them some tries. Don't get me wrong. They had some awful shit too, and a lot of people don't want to admit that.
We went through 3 Hulks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 Hulks.
So many Fantastic Fours.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Terrible Fantastic Fours. Just
Like,
bad decisions across the board.
Yeah. A couple of X-Men movies. Yeah, you know.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
It
oh
was...
my god. Don't get me started on him, man.
No reason. No, we don't need to shine any light on Iron Fist. We have Shang-Chi now, so we're all good. We're over it.
Yeah, they definitely erased that real quick.
I just went back and rewatched Shang-Chi. God damn it, that's a great movie.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's really good. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know where Marvel gets it. I don't want to give Kevin Feige all the praise, but god damn it.
But you kind of do a little bit.
He hasn't dropped the ball yet, like in a couple years. It
makes me laugh.
Some movies are mid, like Captain Marvel and shit. It's mid.
Right.
It's mid.
But
it's not
it's still
fucking
fine, though.
horrible.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's not the worst. It's not fucking Batman v Superman. Like, we have a mark. We have a benchmark where we're like, it's fine. It's not there.
Yeah, because
people out being Marvel bitches and shit. Like, we have good reasoning. Like,
yeah, because it's mostly good. It's like when you go to your favorite restaurant and you're like, because every time I go here, the food is good.
Yeah.
You're like, but there's other restaurants. I'm like, sure, but this one's right here, and the food is always good, even when it's a little burnt. It's still delicious. Like Multiverse of Madness, I could talk about that for days. What a wild ride, but we're talking about Batman. So because we'll do that, we'll go all night.
Not to mention too, they were doing too fucking much in Batman Superman. They were trying to do like 3 or 4 different storylines in there, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man?
Nothing pissed me off more than the Joker, though. Malcolm knows that.
Yeah, this guy was upset.
I hated the Joker.
He was upset.
I was literally in the movie theater the whole time saying, like, yo, we just gonna sit through this shit. Like, this movie.
He was like, this is what y'all came to see? He was like, that's the scene from Black Panther where Killmonger was like, is this your king? He was like, lady,
is this your king?
This is what you wanted?
I was like, yo, we cannot sit through this shit this whole time. That movie pissed me off. Now, that movie pissed me off. Like, it's a lot of DC movies that I don't like, but that movie literally pissed me off. Like, step by step. Why are we surprised that he was fucking delusional? He was literally off his meds. We saw him off of his meds.
Oh, you went even deeper and cared about the plot. I was just like, all of this is wrong. It's hazy. The colors don't make any sense. I can't understand what anyone's saying. Everyone's mad, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's so amazing because he stuck himself in the refrigerator. The fucking refrigerator was empty.
Yeah.
He folded it to fucking like one of those fucking little people that can just get into shit. It was an empty ass refrigerator.
And then you get Batman. You're just like, hey, Batman, do you want to? Hey, man, you love being like super like ninja live. You can fly, right? How about instead we put you in a tank? Like, how about instead we put you in some CrossFit weights and we'll just see what you do? And I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? I know, internet. Frank Miller Batman. We got to stop with Frank Miller Batman shit. We need some classic, easy to take Batman stuff. We have a template. Batman the Animated Series. Just do that. Pick an episode.
Could be worse. You could have the bat nipples.
Oh, that's true. See,
the bat
Mal
card.
knows what I'm talking about because we're both Batman fans. We're like Cubs fans. Like we're used to heartbreak, but we show up every single time.
Yeah.
And then when we win, oh my God, when we win, that's all we're talking about for the next 5 years.
Yeah, because I definitely dig the new Batman movie. I still have my gripes about it.
Same.
But I'm like, okay, second year Batman. Okay, I see it. I was like, okay. I was like, the only thing that was killing me during the whole time was the whole pacing thing.
Oh my God. Thank you.
I was like, oh, these goddamn boots. I was like, clack. I was like, God damn, man.
TikTok, there's a bomb, guy. Like, what are we doing? The Riddler literally said, I'm going to blow up the city. And he was like, let me think. You're like, no thinking. You're Batman. You've had 2 hours to think.
Yeah.
That show is like at rehearsal pace. So like, I can't wait when it's time for the show, right? Because like, I was like, this is a great tech run. So now faster, funnier, guys. Like TikTok. I thought like I love the world. I'm all about the vibe in that movie because like I don't know. I feel like he gets what Gotham looks like. Yeah, I remember seeing it the first time and thinking it was really gray, and then I went back the second time. I was like, actually, it's not. It's pretty colorful and nice. Yeah, very comic booky. And I like Robert Pattinson. I think he's making a good Batman. I think he's fine.
Yeah, that surprised.
Yeah, I saw that from the trailer. I saw that like, yeah, he's going to be fucking good. I saw that from the trailer from Jump Street.
It was funny though because I remember when he first got announced as being Batman, everybody was like, "The guy that sparkles, Batman."
To that, I say, your favorite Batman, Michael Keaton, got his part right after doing like Mr. Mom and like all of these goofy ass comedies from back in the day. So like in the 80s, I say the day like it was my day. But like back in that day, and it made me laugh when people were like, "Oh, Robert Pattinson, he's just too goofy." I'm like, really, Batfleck and Michael Keaton have all done, and Val Kilmer. Yeah, like you just don't know what you're gonna get. Nobody wanted Heath Ledger to play the Joker either, and now look where we are.
Yeah, that's fucking like Joker ever.
That's fucking Joker next to Mark Hamill.
Right. No,
Mark Hamill. Yeah, I can't forget Mark Hamill. Yeah.
All right, so who is your Batman?
I'm going Clooney only because we got Robin. I'm not claiming any of the movies. I'm just saying because we got Robin.
Are we talking movie or are we talking animated?
Good question because like mine's gonna always be Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if we're talking animated, it's definitely him. But
right. All right. So let's make it harder. All right. So then if it's movies.
If it's movie,
who's your Batman and then who's your Bruce Wayne?
Oh, that's
But Clint, I absolutely want to do a podcast with you where we just talk about how good George Clooney is as Batman. That was my fit. That's the only reason that movie's watchable.
Too. We can go clips. We can find
clips.
Yeah, we could with proof. We could be like, and here's my bulletin point presentation. And here's proof.
I'm always ready to piss the internet off. I'm not going.
It was not his fault.
You know what? I want to say. I want to say. I mean, I like Nolan's Batman, but it wasn't truly Batman. So I would say, yeah, he did it. What's his name? Did a decent job as fucking playing Bruce a little bit. So I would stick with him with Bruce.
You're talking about shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Christopher Nolan's though, right?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. There we go. Yeah. So I would stick with him as far as
definitely not the best Batman because it said like he smoked fucking 20 packs a day.
Yeah.
Where are the drugs?
And that's what's wild about that movie. Is that like it's so weird because it's so great and so much Batman, and then all of a sudden Christian Bale's just like, and you're like, okay, weird choice. Weird choice. This is gonna be it the whole movie. Okay, I guess I'm gonna.
The fucked up part is nobody stopped him.
No,
like they just let him keep going.
Right.
But I would say, you know what? I'll give the edge to because Ben Affleck kind of surprised me. And
Batman.
I like seasoned Batman. That's why I
Yeah.
was like,
So
I was
you like
fucking with.
you like
I
him
was fucking with this.
finally killing some fucking body.
Yeah, he was
Not letting
shooting
motherfuckers go.
Yeah,
He has to
the
die. It's okay if he dies. That means he will never do another crime another day. It's perfectly fine. Like he can die.
He's definitely like coffee for breakfast Batman, who's just like,
Right.
leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like that Batman had a gut. I was like, okay. I'm not mad about this.
Yeah, and he was big as shit. He kind of reminded me of the old 90s cartoon. You know, everybody had the triangle ass body. So
I didn't hate Batfleck at all.
no, I didn't.
I thought that it's just it wasn't his fault. I wasn't a big fan of Val Kilmer. That's my least favorite. I do have, as we've previously stated, many bulletin point reasons why George Clooney was a solid Batman. But I don't know. I'm gonna go, if we're doing just movies, my Batman is gonna be oh man, like, because I liked Pattinson a lot, and I was like, yeah, that's what Batman's like. That's a solid Batman. But and I don't want to just be like, oh, Michael Keaton, and you're gonna be like, way to go, pick the obvious choice. So I'm actively trying to measure it out.
We're not gonna judge you, Chad. It's all right.
All right, thank you. Good.
You're right.
I really enjoyed Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne. Is what I'm gonna say, because that Bruce Wayne looked like he could snap. Like he was always playing it cool with everybody, but then every now and then he would give you a look like, oh shit, is this guy gonna hit me? And it's like, yeah, that's what Batman should be, because he literally spends his nights beating people up in the street.
Right.
So I get that he like goes out back and just kicks somebody's ass and then comes back in and it's just like, all right, so champagne. Which I really enjoyed. But like his Batman's weird because it's not weird, it's awesome. What am I saying? It's weird just because the way Burton filmed him, you're like, if I could knock him over if I just ran straight at him,
right?
Because he can't move.
Yeah.
So that's what always bothers me about like watching Batman Returns, which is my favorite Batman movie, because I feel like you could just be like just run at him really fast with a broom handle and be like, yeah, get out of the way. You know, you can't. So I'm gonna go Christian Bale on Batman right now, just for that. No, I'm gonna go Robert Pattinson because of the fight scene. Robert Pattinson. Right now, my Batman, I am a team Pattinson. If he was more like Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, perfect Batman.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody had asked, since you're into like the horror movie thing right now.
Yeah.
They said, I guess your top horror movies, and I guess top 3 franchise.
Top 3 franchise. Interesting. Horror franchises. All right. Well, first of all, yes, I love horror movies. I have a place you would watch a horror film, as a room.
The skull in the back.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's kind of a bougie skull though. Like it's not creepy. You're just kind of like, oh, you took the
not
time.
Scary enough.
Nah. But yeah, I love horror movies. I love being scared. It's the best. My favorite thing to do in Chicago is Fright Fest at Six Flags, which is hilarious because for those of you who don't know, that's not in Chicago. But anyway. All right. So no, it is not. But it is awesome. The horror, like, oh man. All right. So my favorite horror movie ever, and I'm like a wine snob when it comes to horror movies.
Okay.
Like that's where I get snobby. That's when, like, because I know a lot of people that get snobby around a lot of fandoms and a lot of like canon, like anime sometimes makes people snobby. But like I get snobby about horror movies. I like that's how I understand why like humans drink wine and then sniff it and talk about it. I get it because of horror movies. I'm like, oh no, I get you. Okay, fine. So my favorite horror movie ever is Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors.
Okay.
Because that's like perfectly great, gory, stupid fun, but also is legit scary. So scariest movie I've ever seen was Audition, and I don't recommend it. Although it is incredible. It's Takashi Miike, but good luck. You've been warned.
Might check that out.
I mean, it's extremely good, but it will fuck you up.
I mean, I'm still fucked up from what's the name of that goddamn movie? Parasite.
Yeah.
I'm still fucked up from that. And it's not even the whole movie, it's just the motherfucker from the basement.
Yeah, well, okay, so picture that worse. and like earlier in the movie, and you have to sit through another half. Like the first half of the movie, you're like, this is fun, and then that happens, and you're like, oh shit, there's an hour left, and then by the time it's over, you're like, I'm done. This is amazing, but I'm done.
It's on Tubi right now for free.
Good luck, man. I'm just saying. I and I really hope that you like text me and you're like, oh, that was nothing, and I'm like, good for you. Good for you.
Nah, Chad, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm watching that shit in the daytime. I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm watching that thing first thing in the morning, like
with all the lights on.
Yeah, with all the lights.
That's a weird brunch movie to watch. You'll see what I mean when you see it. That's the scariest movie. I know my favorite franchise though is probably The Conjuring, because James Wan is a fucking hero and makes amazing horror movies, even if they are cheesy. Like Malignant was incredible. Is it good? No. Is it incredible? Yes. Will I watch it a million times? I can't believe we're not watching it right now. Like, it's an incredible ride. It's dumb as shit, but I love every minute of it. He just gets me. He's got a good rhythm. And all the Conjuring movies are fun. The first one's incredible. The second one's like the biggest budget horror movie ever. Yeah. And then the third one is dumb, but also it fits with the other two. It's jump scares. It's good times. But yeah, no, I love the Conjuring series.
Yeah, I think Insidious is one of those movies. Yeah, one of those movies had a fucking jump scare that I've never fucking like. The jump scares never get me, but it was one of those fucking Insidious movies, bro. That shit got me like a motherfucker. I was like, whoa.
He gets it. He knows like how to dangle you in a scene to be like, all right, you're not getting out of the scene. You know it's coming. You know it's coming, and you're like, yes. It's like that bully that's like, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hit you. Not going to hit you. Then he finally hits you, and you're like, oh my god! But that was a great buildup. Like, good for you for having some art behind it. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say that like, yeah, that's my favorite franchise. But like, there's so much good horror happening right now. Did you guys see the Invisible? Oh, I'm sorry, Mal. What's yours?
Oh, it still fucks me up to this day. Fucking Final Destination.
Man, every one of those movies is a work of art.
Because nobody will ever drive behind one of those fucking trucks with the
ever again. Never even thought about it until that
every time I'm on the road.
One of those motherfuckers. You're moving lanes or you're getting the fuck off the E-way.
That movie is the Jaws of highway driving. We never had to worry about it until that movie came out and made us completely worry about it.
I'm like, nope.
You know what's so fucked up about those movies? It gave every one of your superstitions real real life. Like if you was ever worried about a fucking roller coaster falling off the hinges, it happened in that movie.
Sure, now you get to see it.
If you were ever worried about it at a NASCAR race and you worry about the fucking trucks going behind the fucking gate, it happens in that movie.
And we're gonna show it to you oftentimes in slow motion, so that every little detail of your nightmares are true.
And then the shit got even more in depth because they started like doing like 3D and started doing like the Mortal Kombat type shit. Like you can see the skull splitting and all type of shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You just gonna make shit. You gonna make worse shit even more worse. Like who the fuck does this shit?
My favorite is when they like it's an obvious one, and then they kind of get out of it and they go like the guy like fell from the fire escape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It came down. He's like, ha, and he like moved, and then he ended up slipping and ended up in the same place and getting impaled. I was like, damn.
Because it sucks when I'm gonna go nerd for a minute. Wes Craven had a great quote where he said the scariest thing in the movie should be the director, and I feel like that's what Final Destination gets right. Is that like it's ridiculous, but you know that he's gonna pull a trick on you, and so every time something wonderful happens, you're like, I don't believe it. There's gonna be a fucking snake is gonna jump out of that fucking laundry basket and eat that dude's face because he's afraid of snakes. It's gonna happen, and then he's like, no, man, it's not gonna happen. Just kidding, it's in the bed, and you're like, fuck. Yeah, it's fucking masterful.
I forgot. That's a great franchise. Have you ever seen a movie called I guess it's horror, more suspense or something like that? It's called Follow Me or It Follows or some shit like that.
It Follows, yeah. That was a big hit when it came out. It was like a weird because that was like right around when the retro stuff started becoming popular.
I called it the STD movie.
Well, it is, right? Like that's not even they're not even joking. It's like
I'm dead serious.
It's the STD movie. About herpes. that kills you.
Like it kills you, and everybody gets it, and then they just pass the shit along. And if the other person doesn't die, then the next person that gets it will.
And they don't even
movie.
shy it away from it in the beginning of the movie because it's like, you have to fuck me, and she's like, wait, what? And he's like, you have to because I have to get rid of this demon that's inside. You're like, okay, I know where this is going. Okay.
Yeah,
did you ever see a movie called Don't Breathe?
Don't Breathe. Is that the one with the family that's in the basement, or is that the guy with that's deaf?
It's the guy that is blind.
Oh, blind. Yeah, blind.
That's the one.
Yo, that movie is fucking amazing.
It really is. That's Fede Alvarez, man. He did the Evil Dead remake, which is wonderful. I think.
I haven't watched the second one, but that first Don't Breathe, that shit.
Don't worry about the second one. The second one's trash.
Okay,
First one's great. Don't even bother with the second one. It doesn't happen, and it'll disappear, and we won't.
It usually happens when they bring like a kid out of nowhere into some shit that ain't got shit to do with shit. Yeah, okay. All right.
Well, but like Don't Breathe was such a perfect movie. We're done. And they're like, oh, there's more. You're like, no, there isn't. There is no more.
He killed every single one of those kids that broke into his house. It's nothing else to talk about.
Fucked up. It's scary. It gets fucking wild. It's so good. We're good. We don't need it anymore. Did you see? Okay, here's one for you. Did you see the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's on Netflix?
No,
I didn't.
It is. Hear me out. Awesome. All right.
Okay.
Just like, okay, hear me. Wait, because it's gonna reflect on me poorly if I don't preface this.
You gotta speak that shit up, Chad. You gotta big it up.
There's only one great Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, and the rest are insane. But there's only one great one. This one is the only other great one. It is exactly what you want. It doesn't care, and it gives it to you. And when it's over, you're like, that is what I came to see. Thank you very much. I will see myself out. Excellent job, everyone. No notes.
I think two of my top favorite horror movies that I can still watch today is either 13 Ghosts or House of Wax. I think
what was the second one?
House of Wax or Wax House or something.
Holy shit, House of Wax. Which one? The one with the original one?
The first one. Maybe the first one. I don't fucking know.
Because I thought like Paris Hilton is in the remake of that one. And I'm like, the Paris Hilton one. No, you have class, sir.
No, I didn't definitely see that shit.
Although you do love 13 Ghosts, which is a fucking ride. I love that movie. That movie's a blast.
They need to remake that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they did. They did remake that one.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about the black and white one?
I'm talking about the black and white one.
Oh, good, great, even better.
Yeah, I'm talking about the black and white one. I watch all old movies. Like I'll even watch Mars Attacks like today. I'll watch that.
Fucking shit. Mars Attacks.
Yo, that shit is a classic. I don't care what nobody says.
Do I like? Wait, somebody asked if I like Creepshow. Yes, I do. I think Creepshow is weird. It didn't age very well, and the show on Shudder is pretty awesome. But it also it's also not Tales from the Crypt, and it never will be.
Oh
which
man,
is the best and the ultimate.
Tales from the Crypt.
That's a blast from the past.
Still great, still great to rewatch. Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight it's Jada Pinkett Smith's first movie, and it is still fantastic. And it's got the old guy from Gremlins. It's got Billy Zane. It's got Willie Sadler. It's got it opens with fucking Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter. It's the ultimate 90s, like, oh shit, okay, kind of movie where you're like, I remember this vibe. Okay.
Yeah.
Get back after that.
You lost me a little bit with Jada Pinkett Smith, but
well, I mean,
I caught back up though. I caught back up. I lost it, then I caught back up, but it's all good.
No, all right, it's fair. That's true. That's one of those moments where you forget what year it is because it's been like 3 years you're in isolation, and you say that and you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
She did do
2022 now.
She did do that.
Shit. All right. Well, Billy Zane's in it. But yeah, no, it's like it's like what's that movie with Cheech Marin, Robert Rodriguez, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah. That's
it's a bit like that, but funnier and darker. Like it's everybody's stuck in a hotel in the middle of the desert, and Billy Zane shows up, and he's like a demon. And this is like where the final battle is going to go down, and they're trapped, and he's bringing out demons and like messing with their mind. So like everybody's trying to like figure out how to get out of there, but then Billy Zane will pop up and Beetlejuice it. Like he'll show up in like a crazy outfit and be like, "Hi, I'm your wildest dreams. Come into this casino you've always wanted to own." And then you're like, "Oh shit, he's gonna fuck with their minds because I absolutely want to hang out with Billy Zane in a casino.
So a little
But
bit
you're
of
like,
Temptation Island and some other
yeah,
shit.
that's great. It's a lot of fun. It's gory as fuck. It's so fun. Yeah, no, that one's fun. But like, so Fede Alvarez, who did the remake of Evil Dead and did Don't Breathe, did the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Okay.
Yeah, check
And
that
so it is like spray blood disgusting, but in the best ways. Like you're like, oh, but this is fun though. Because that shit can get really real and really gross really quick.
Yeah, I eat through a lot of things. I don't lose my appetite that very well. So
Yeah, that's true.
What's everybody's favorite horror? Like, what are your favorite horror movies? Like, because we just talked about Scariest, but like, what are like the classics? Like, pretend I've never seen a horror movie before.
I'm not gonna lie, The Shining will still fuck me up a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see the new one with the doctor, whatever the fuck.
Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to even see that yet. I forgot all about that shit. That shit keep on passing me by.
It's fine. Like, that's Mike Flanagan, and he did like Oculus and Haunting a Hill House and Midnight Mass, which just came out on Netflix. They're long, but and they don't need to be.
Said they're long,
but they're good. But they're very long.
That's the thing about horror movies. Horror movies should never really be long.
Never be long. No.
They should never be long.
If you've not seen it, here's one for you that's fun. Gerald's Game on Netflix is by Mike Flanagan.
Sounds familiar.
It's a pretty solid freak out. It's good. What about you, man? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, I'm over here trying to think. I'm like, man, what? I like some of the older shit.
Right, me too.
Trying to think.
Texas Chainsaw 2013 is the best one. We have to talk that stuff. We have a lot of conversations to have.
That's definitely not true.
You are right, though. The Thing is a classic.
Yeah, it is a classic.
Yeah, what is the name of that?
You know, a movie still fucks me up to this day. I can't think of the name of the goddamn movie, but I know the last scene. Oh, I do know the name of it. Is it Drag Me to Hell? Drag Me to Hell 2
Oh
or something
my
like
God.
that?
I just watched that.
And the lady like put the hand on the goat or some shit like that, and the goat started talking like some weird animatronic shit. Yo, that movie still fucks me up to this day, bro. That movie is fucked.
Yeah, it really
called
is.
Drag Me to Hell. I don't know if it's the first one or the second one, but that movie
There's only one. There's only one, and it's Sam Raimi. It's Sam Raimi did it, and like when
is fucked.
When Multiverse of Madness came out, I got on a Sam Raimi kick because I love Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, of course, like and all the classics that he did. But he did Spider-Man 2. It's the greatest superhero movie ever. But like he made
that's debatable.
Well, obviously. But we're talking about horror movies. We don't have time to go back.
You're right. Yeah.
But I would love to do a Spider-Man cast with you someday. In fact, yeah, let's do a Spider-Man. Oh, what would you have? Sorry.
You know what? I'll go with Candyman because they kind of.
I've never seen Candyman. The first
really?
One.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's still so good.
I've never seen it. I watched the last one when they tried to make Ken. I don't like Jordan Peele movies, but I get them. I don't like any of his movies, but I get it.
Yeah.
And they just tried to make Candyman like a fucking superhero of the hood, and I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, I heard it didn't pan well. I didn't see it because a lot of my friends that know that I like horror movies are like, Chad, don't worry about it. I was like, and I was like, that's a lot to say about a new Candyman movie.
Yeah, not to mention, like, I was like, how you doing a new Candyman when Candyman was like in the Cabrini Green projects, and you're doing this modern version, but Cabrini Greens don't exist anymore.
Yeah, it's weird because he's haunting a Starbucks now, and you're like, oh, he just walks in and he's just like, wait, am I in the right place?
Gentrification. I hate it. That's all he's doing the whole movie.
He just walks into a Michael's and he's like, be my victim. Oh, look at these. They're on sale. Oh, okay.
Right. It's funny, dude, because he does art and shit. Like, oh, this paint is actually on sale.
Yeah, he's oh, look at these.
He's in there shopping and hunting at the same time.
He's just like, I have been looking for this color for a long time.
I've been looking for you.
It's a sage green. I need it I'm trying to finish this mural. So Candyman's wild because like it's a time capsule because for those of you who are not from Chicago, it takes place in Cabrini Green, which is an area like off a what was like Division, right?
Yeah, it's Division, which is really weird because it's really fucking close to downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a really intense co-op that was there for a long time, and they tore it all down, and it really is like a Target and some Starbucks now. It's very weird.
Yeah.
It is.
But like
It's a whole gated community now.
Oh yeah, there's brownstones there.
It's one street.
Right.
It really is.
It got turned to one street, and that and it's next, and the even more fucked up part about that, y'all talking about Target and Starbucks. There's a luxury fucking car building literally next door to Cabrini Greens. Like at least a 12-story high fucking building full of fucking luxury cars.
Would you get one of those condos? Like the amount of hauntings that would go on, would you even dare? Like someone would be like, hey man, all right, no, we zoned this area out. It's super great. And you're like, this was Cabrini Green. You're like, yeah, man, it's great. It's a 5-bedroom, super affordable. You're like, it's haunted.
The only reason I wouldn't do that because I would feel like fucking Lion King and like Simba and the Pride looking over the fucking thing.
You
talking
must
about
never
go there. That's the only reason.
What's that gray shadowy place over there?
We must never go there.
We must never go there.
And the movie does a really good job of like showing it off because they shot it on location, so it's really weird to watch it now. But I think it makes it extra important and also like extra good. Like it ages very well because it's a scary place. And then you're like, if you're a kid, you have no idea. You look it up, you're like, shit, that place was real. Yeah. And it's like, and it was that scary, and it looked like that.
Yeah. And I think that's why I didn't like the new Candyman either, because they made a fake Cabrini Green too.
Oh,
like half the buildings that they made, like for the scenes and shit like that. Like I used to work for Amazon, and that used to be my area. None of that shit is there. Like it's literally just flat land and brand new fucking condo type townhome type building with some kids. That's literally that whole area. So I'm like, yeah, they built this whole set to make it like Cabrini Green. No, fuck that. Why the fuck?
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's really weird. That's like when they de-age people in movies before Marvel started doing it. You're like, ew, why are you doing that? Why are you bringing that person back? They're dead. They go. Let them go. Let them sleep. Don't do that to them.
Yeah, we don't need a young Tim Allen just to play.
No, we don't need a young Tim Allen.
He's playing Santa Claus. It's okay. It's Santa Claus.
It's Santa Claus. He's supposed to be old.
Showing a young fucking Santa Claus. Like, who gives a fuck about fucking young Santa Claus?
Why are we still doing this? Leave Tim Allen alone. He's crazy now. Let him sleep. He needs a nap.
Yeah, he is weird. A lot of shit that we do now that we're kind of used to it regular, like on the movie side, used to be weird as shit back in the day.
God, they tried. I remember going. What was the movie where they brought? It was they tried to do the Luke Skywalker thing in Mandalorian, which is not a spoiler anymore, guys. Seriously, he's just a character now, which is great. But yeah, Luke Skywalker was awesome. I loved it, and like even going back now, I'm like. It's still, but it's still good though.
The funny thing about that's another time that the internet won. The internet has been winning for like they're like 2-0 right now. Because they won with the Sonic. They won with the Sonic shit.
Oh yeah,
and they won with the Luke Skywalker shit because the people that actually did Skywalker for the season 2 of Mandalorian or whatever the fuck was just playing
Bobalorian.
Bobalorian.
Those are some motherfuckers from the internet.
Mandalorian 3, season 3.
Season 3.
They found them on YouTube because they made their shit better than fucking Disney could. With
they did like a deep fake, right? It looked so much better, and they even put it on YouTube, and even their like YouTube post was like, "Ours is better," and they tagged Disney in it.
Yeah. You ever make some shit and make Hollywood look even bad, where you get a job offer at the end of the day? Shit happened twice.
Guys, we might need them.
Yeah, I think maybe we were wrong. They're right.
Yeah, they might need to be in the budget.
Yeah, like because Scorsese was all psyched about his movie, and then we watched it and we were like, no, none of this is okay.
Yeah.
It is nice to know that they were there though.
Yeah.
That like De Niro and Pesci and Pacino were all hanging out in a room somewhere. We didn't see that.
Yeah.
But they did.
We also didn't need to make it 3 hours though. Probably like 3.5. That movie was long as shit.
Oh my god! I remember I forgot that I was watching it at one point.
I
thought I was
thought it was a TV series.
Yeah,
You
I
had to
was
come
like,
back to that shit.
oh, should I pause? Should I go? Because we're going to another episode. Wait, how long have I been here? Oh my god, there's another 2 hours.
Yeah,
Like Justice League all over again.
Yeah.
I remember watching. All right, so I had it because Birdwise, they get very nervous about us with COVID, and I got my third booster, and that was the one that knocked me down. And I knew that this was going to be the one, so I went to the Walgreens and I got it, and then I was like, all right, for the next 2 days, I'm going to be out. So I was like, the next morning I woke up and I was like, yeah, I feel like garbage. I think today is the day I'm going to watch Justice League.
Oh shit!
And I did, and I went through the whole thing, and it was a whole thing. So much, so much happened and didn't happen at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Definitely
like,
a missed opportunity.
Are you okay? I'm like, I can't tell if it is the COVID vaccine or this movie, but I don't know if I'm ever going to live past it.
Said, but I'm dizzy as shit. No, I don't know why.
I forgot what year it was, and I also don't care anymore.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Halloween Kills. I thought it was a blast. Is it as good as the one before it? No, because Halloween 2018 was fucking dope, and I stand by that.
I heard about Halloween Kills, and I'm good on it. I heard like I heard the whole neighborhood tried to jump Jason, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
or not Jason, but whatever the fuck.
I mean, at this point, that movie doesn't matter. You're like, there's no legacy here. It's fine. Just do what you want.
Like the whole hood tried to jump his ass, and they all failed. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good, fam.
No,
like we
we're
can't. Only person I ever seen get fucking beat up a whole neighborhood was probably fucking some random ass dude that everybody knows to stay the fuck away from.
Right. Pennywise could fuck up a neighborhood.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
That's the thing that I thought was cool because, like, big Stephen King fan, and the movie, like the Muschietti It movies, were weird, but some of it was actually pretty great. And like, it was I would take another like 10 Pennywise movies.
Yeah,
because like he managed to take this character and make like a new monster out of him, because we don't have a lot of the cool 80s monsters anymore. Like there was a time where you had Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, Chucky, and like Leatherface all at the same time, and they would do like photo shoots together from like magazines and shit.
Yeah, and
we don't have that anymore. I was like, I couldn't think of like a new movie monster. And then I was like, Pennywise could be like that.
Yeah,
but that's it.
They could have did something good with Chucky, but they fucked Chucky.
Man, they really did. It was a bummer.
Yeah,
I wished it would have been good.
And they keep trying to revamp him. Like now he's all electronic or something like that. He's controlling the temperature in the house. Like, nigga, that is Alexa. Like, Chucky's fucking Alexa now. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, he went from trying to possess a little fucking kid to now he's fucking.
It's not scary it's not scary when you're like, yeah, they just downloaded a serial killer into a doll. We've been through this. We've seen this movie. The first Child's Play's fucked up because it's like some crazy like spell that Brad Dourif does. It's magic, and you're like, well, I don't. Yeah, right. I don't know the rules here because I don't know magic. So anything could happen. Also, Chicago movie, big Chicago movie.
Yep.
Because that police station on Addison, I walk by it all the time.
Yeah.
Not for any reason. Just so I can point it out because I'm trying to get out of Wrigleyville. That's why.
Chad, I'm gonna ask you. Since you've been in Chicago for a while, how do you like the Chicago music scene?
Oh, well, okay. So the show that I do over at the Green Mill every Saturday, I get to really see what's going on because the guy that runs it, what he does is he brings in new bands that are local or like touring. If there's a band that's on tour or something coming through, but like, yeah, it's all like new bands, all locals coming in, and it runs the gamut. Let's see who's really great right now that I've seen that I really love. For band wise, there's a band called the All Right Maybes that I'm really into. And that was the one. Hang on, I'm like Googling. I just saw this guy and I fucking loved him. And I feel bad because I want to give him a shout out. And I'm trying to remember what the fuck his name was, and I feel like a dick. Not because I don't remember the music. I don't remember names very well.
Not good with names.
Shit with names.
Same.
Right? Like, I want to remember and I want to be better, but also I'm like, I don't fucking remember your name.
I remember.
Yeah, Bryce, he does the Green Mill every Saturday, right?
Yeah, every Saturday at the Green Mill. And it's at 3:00 in the afternoon. It's like a drinking show. But what we do is it's like the show's called The Paper Machete. Look that up. If you look it up, you'll find it. It's not hard. There's very little shows, I think, in this world called that. But what we do is it's like think like Mad Magazine, but like everybody's reading you the articles that they wrote.
Oh, they just throwing shit out at you.
Yeah, and it's all news based. So like the guy who runs it's he like sends us a news story for us to watch, and then everybody comes. It's not like the Daily Show, and like a little bit like the Daily Show.
It's like improv with news.
But yeah, right. But it's not
questions in the crowd and shit like that.
It's not like it's not like goofy like that. It's more like it's real because it's people that are local, and then they bring in out of towners. But everybody gets it's weird because like the Machete can go from like here's a really dumb bit about politics and it's fart jokes, blah blah blah, and then they'll bring in like a warden or like an alderman will come in and be like, yeah, right. No, I didn't. That wasn't a Freudian slip. I was looking at something, but yeah, no, I love my alderman. But yeah, like they'll have like an alderman come in and talk about stuff. But yeah, it's
I bet that motherfucker gets grilled then.
Yeah, really big time.
Yeah.
I bet
that's not a good place to be. And people are drunk too, asking like questions and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good place for him to be.
He'd be like, taxes, right? He's like, yeah. Whew,
yeah.
it's hot in here.
How to dodge that one. Yeah, like but you never know who comes in. All right, so here I found the bands I was looking for. Braided Janes is a band I'm really into right now. Handsome Naked's pretty great. The Pibblebap, if you've ever heard of Pibblebap, he's fucking great. What the name of the I still can't remember the name of the person I was thinking of though. But they're all great. Everyone's a winner. But yeah, Pibblebap is pretty awesome. He's new to me, but he's been around for a bit. Handsome Naked's hilarious. Mutts used to be around, but they're gone now. They went to Nashville. Yeah, a lot of people. There's so many people. Why? Who do you like right now?
Music wise, I literally been listening to one album since last Friday. So
Kendrick.
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking awesome, man. It's fucking awesome.
I tried to listen to something else. I was like, nah, I'm actually good.
No, sorry. He wrote all the music we need right now.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I've been trying to listen to like because I usually listen to like my little drill, like high bass type shit, but I like Kendrick put it all in one album since last Friday.
Right.
So I've just been listening to like N95, fucking Savior, fucking Rich Status. Like if I need bass, I'm just gonna listen to that at this point. So I'm like, I'm good.
There's a local cat that I love named Justice Hill. If you've ever heard Justice Hill, he's great.
I used to be big on Chance, but
oh yeah,
he's looking for a hit right now. So
right.
Like I never was a Chance fan. I never was.
Acid Rain is probably his best fucking piece of fucking work.
Yeah. That and like when he's featured on people, I actually like him when he's featured on other people's shit. But then when like he has his own projects and shit, it's just like I'm like, I prefer that version of Chance. Because you go way harder on other people's shit than you do your own shit, which is crazy to me.
Maybe. Yeah, check out Justice Hill, check out Pibblebap, and that's PIBBLPAP. And check out the All Right Maybes.
All
Right Maybe sound familiar as hell.
Yeah, they're it's like they're a poppier Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
So like imagine if Fleetwood Mac was like kind of Beatles poppy.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, these guys look like they know where to get a really good sandwich. I can hang with these guys. And they're very nice. I just did a bill with them not too long ago. But yeah, Bethany Thomas is a good friend of mine, so I follow her all the time. She's amazing. You should find her if you haven't. And yeah, man. Oh, Avantist. Avantist is a great band that I love. They did the theme song to the show that I'm doing on May 21st on YouTube.
That's cool. I seen that other song you was just, oh my God. So I was listening to your live stream while we were waiting and shit like that. And Malcolm just heard the shit. He heard the shit talking about butterflies in my ass.
I have no regrets for creating.
I was like, wait, what did you listen to? He
Reading
turned it up
Rainbow,
for.
but he put his own fucking mix on
Yeah.
it. It was funny as shit.
So, okay. So I did that for a TikTok video because like there was a TikTok trend for a while where everybody was playing the Reading Rainbow theme. For some reason. Not that I was mad about it because like, man, I know. I love LeVar Burton. Okay.
Yeah.
And then like I went to do the like filter that was made for, right? And it's a green screen thing where you put the phone to your face and it makes you look like you're floating in space and it plays the Reading Rainbow theme. But TikTok does not recognize my face. Like I kept putting it there and it was like, you're not a face. I'm like, oh, I'm a face.
I'm here.
It's all right here.
I'm a person.
I have eyes. It's all happening. And they were like, no, we don't recognize you. So I got mad. And I went on iMovie and I brought out my green screen and I just did a whole bunch of takes of me in front of a green screen just going. Just so that it got the flavor of what we was going for. Yeah. And then like I put those all together and I put them and then like I was so mad because this has taken like 3 hours now. And it was supposed to take like 20 minutes and I had shit to do. So I just like, I got the mix and I just started just going, butterfly in my ass, butterfly in my ass. And I put it on TikTok because fuck you. And then it went crazy. And then people were like copying it and using it and saying they wrote it. So now I play it every time I do the YouTube to be like, no. And what I was so mad about that, I was like, out of all the shit that I put on TikTok, that's the thing you steal. That's the thing you think was worth stealing. Boo. Boo, TikTok.
Like I put my jokes up there. I put everything up there.
I'm writing gold. Literally just giving away gems. And you thought butterflies in my ass was the thing. But yeah, no, that's real. That happened in your reality. In this timeline. That's the thing that happened. Oh, I appreciate you calling it out though, because I need to be known for the hits. No, that shit is funny. That shit is hilarious. When I heard that, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Goes to show you that writing is hard because you could work your ass off, and then everything you write, everybody's like, "It's kind of cute," but then one day you're just fucking around, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna write a song about farting butterflies." People were like, "That's amazing."
I mean, we had a whole era like that. People with fucking colorful hair and fucking face tats. So
right.
So shit, I understand.
Yeah,
that was a whole era. That was a whole thing for a while.
I'm happy that people are happy, as long as they like it. Yeah, no, I did that. That was the whole thing. But yeah, TikTok's been wild. The people on there have been really strange. I get a lot of hate. I did one thing about Joe Rogan and I still get shit for it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean,
constant stream.
That's the thing about us. We like the only time that we even like get some attention if I go post on somebody else's shit. I wish somebody would look at our content because we be talking hella shit about everybody.
YouTube is a little different.
Yeah, YouTube is definitely different.
We still get shit from like an old ass video we did.
Fucking, like, Mr. Rogers fucking movie trailer that came out fucking like 5 or 6 years ago. Like they still commenting to find it. Like, why are you still looking for the Mr. Rogers movie?
Right.
Why are we the first ones to pop up on your search list?
That Joe Rogan bit that I did was from like a month ago. And like in the internet, that's like finding out from like by cassette tape that your ex was cheating on you in high school in the 80s. You're like, dude, get up with what's happening.
Like, do you know how many times I've posted since that last month?
Right.
Right. You can give me shit about what I did today. That would make more sense.
Yeah, nobody like that. We had to call Joe Rogan out because we say he dropped a nigga mixtape.
Oh,
yeah, he did.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. You know what? It wasn't even very good.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't even very. It wasn't even a good listen.
I gave more credit to the person that cut that shit because they took a lot of
Yeah.
time out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, seriously.
I was like, man.
Man, you had to listen to that several times and pick the best cuts. That's a bad day.
Yeah,
Is
that's
what that is.
Like, yeah, you definitely going into that Michael B. Jordan Killmonger mode.
Yeah, question. Yeah, seriously. But are we surprised about Joe Rogan? Like he's a CrossFit guy. Like eventually he's gonna say something he's wanted to say for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like
It's all that energy.
Right. He's like your sister's boyfriend who's getting really comfortable at dinner. And you're kind of like, all right, man, like you're new here.
Right.
Right. It's like that. And I always get uncomfortable whenever he starts talking. I'm like, oh, did you just Google something? I don't know if I have the time. But again, the thing is, like Joe Rogan, like it's like Fish. Like I don't hate the band, I just hate the fans. Like I don't have a problem with Fish; they're fine. But Fish fans are intolerable. Nothing is that joyful. Nothing is that exciting. No one should feel that good. That's drugs. You need to stop doing drugs, or do better ones.
Do better.
Make you more tolerable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. Like, it's wild what comes up. That
We try to let the internet be the internet and do its own fucking thing.
You
Because it's what I'm doing anyway.
Yeah, you can't fight it. But you and you want it. You want people talking about your stuff. You get mad when they get really like surly. Like there's only like a couple of things that I'll just like delete comments for. I think most of those are pretty obvious.
But at some point, we was like, I'm not finna keep doing it. Just let people write their whole books and just make them think that we read that shit.
I feel like there would be a couple of things if somebody would post it. You're like, I don't think we need that to exist in the universe right now. So I'm just gonna that's a horrible thing. Goodbye. But yeah, you gotta really want it.
Yeah.
The best moments is when you don't have to say anything, but like your community does.
Yeah.
Those are like the best moments. It's like then that dumbass person will delete what they say.
Or they just their profile disappears and you're like, yeah, endgame shit. End of fucking endgame. Portals open, all my friends showed up and they were like, all right, never mind. You're like, yeah.
Back the fuck up. But what Thanos said? Rain fire! What you say?
You know he's gonna lose when he yells rain fire. What I love about that is that he said that and everyone around him was like, what do you think we have been doing for the past hour and a half, sir?
We've been fighting this fight.
We have been fighting. What more fire could we rain, sir? Everyone's here. Everyone is here.
Yo, what's my favorite part of that? You know what's my favorite part in that? was when Scarlet Witch like, I lost everything because you. He's like, I don't even know who you are, bitch.
Yeah, that's what you should have said. Like, bitch, who are you?
Coldest line in that whole movie. And Thanos has a lot of really cold lines.
Yeah, he does.
When he looks Scarlet Witch in the face and just goes, I don't even know who you are. We were in the theater and we all just went, oh! Oh my god!
Man, that shit was colder than fucking Captain picking up the fucking hammer. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, who are you?
When he said that, when he said that, I had like a little flashback of Street Fighters. when Bison was like, when Chun-Li was like, "Oh, you destroyed my village." He's like, I don't remember. He's
oh
like,
my god!
He's like, the day M. Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. To me, it was a Tuesday. I was like, oh shit.
I have enjoyed this night so much, gents, but now we have crested into family because that was Street Fighter reference. And I feel so comfortable here. I feel like I could pull out some Monster Squad jokes now. We feel like we could go into the darkest of places and the strangest of places.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. References.
Oh, you know what? Somebody asked about your if you watch anime too.
Oh yeah. Earlier. I do. I don't have a lot of series that I follow. Because when I'm watching TV, I like to have it on the background, and a lot of times I can't speak the language, so I don't like to. I don't like having it on. I have to focus.
You guys hear that? Dubbed wins again. Kiss my ass.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear
I
you.
literally watch both. It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I get really annoyed with myself when I watch dubbed anime because I'm like, dude, you're sitting down, you can read, like watch it as it was intended. So I do, and so I want to give it my attention. And so I've watched a lot of really good. Like Attack on Titan's amazing,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes.
Going back into old schooler stuff, like Full Metal Alchemist is pretty great. Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
But that's like my, mid-level like mid-tier anime Americans just discovered at like 2 a.m. on MTV level. But like movie-wise, my favorite anime is Paprika. If you've ever seen that movie's amazing. It is what inspired Nolan to make Inception.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But then that's the thing about that movie is that like Christopher Nolan has this thing where it's like, we're going to do dream heists. And so you're like, oh my God, it's going to be The Cell. And there's going to be crazy shit. And there's going to be a dude whose head's upside down and babies riding ostriches and shit. And he was like, no, it's going to be skyscrapers. And you're like, well, we have those. He's like, yeah, but hear me out.
Hear me out.
Like they're all offices. You're like, cool, also have those. And he's like, yeah. But it's like an open office concept with lots of windows for walls. And you're like, what? You watch Paprika and the shit they do in that movie, you're like, where's my tentacle babies? Huh? You do Dream World. That's your Dream World? Fucking financial district? Boo.
It sounds real fucking familiar.
Don't feel like I've ever dreamed about going to LaSalle and like walking around. Thanks, though.
I had a dream I made fucking King Kong too. God damn it!
Exactly.
God damn it! It didn't happen.
Right. I had a dream where my legs were missing, and I had to ask a fairy to find them, and she didn't want to have anything to do with me. Do that. That sounds like a dream to me. But yeah, no, Paprika is amazing. Oh yeah, Paranoia Agent. That's a solid movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my. There's a lot that I do like. I think here's one. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Is
shit.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We talking about animated, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, my God. After all we've been through, Clint.
I'm just checking and making sure.
Would it not be the most amazing? Like, well, that's all the time we have, everybody. Right. If I was just like, man, that Shyamalan movie was dope, you'd be like, and we're done. Thank you for coming.
Like, well, thanks, Chap, for coming back.
Thanks for having me, guys. Can't wait to come back. And you're like, you don't worry about it. No. Oh man, I think I made it 5 minutes into that movie where I was like, done. Come on, man.
It was the dancing
airbender for me.
The dancing airbender got you
for the one rock.
Yeah,
for
the fucking rock got me. Like 20 people moving a fucking pebble.
Unbelievable.
Like, and then I'm like, how the fuck did M. Night Shyamalan's fucking version of the Fire Nation take over anything? These people can't even fucking conjure up fire.
Yeah, you was probably done when you heard Ong.
I was done there too. I was like, Ong. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, seriously. You look. It's like you have a side by side, and you're like, how did this become this? Where was the disconnect? It's like that. Like cake fails on the internet where someone's like, this is a cake, and then somebody shows you and their cake looks like garbage.
Yeah,
that's what this was to me. I was like, boy, you did not.
That picture on the internet when it's that stallion that's like side by side, and then when it gets to like the last drawing, it's like a hand drawing, like a fucking 3-year-old,
like a Thanksgiving hand turkey. Yeah. And you're just like, huh? Well, this is the like fucking recorder doing the Jurassic Park theme on the internet. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like,
that's just wild.
It's
I have something better for you, Chad, but I don't think I can play it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a guy. He's drumming. But he does the Attack on Titan theme song, but it's with rubber chickens.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rubber chicken craze has come full circle now.
Yo, that shit is hilarious. And I watched the whole thing and it fucked me up because I was hitting those with the chickens. I was like, this shit is fire.
Because I've seen like them do like We Are the Champions and stuff like that, and I'm just like, it's hilarious. But then you stop and go, but I'm also impressed because you tuned that chicken.
You tuned the chicken. And how did you tune that chicken?
How
by the
did
way?
you please teach us your ways?
My question is, how the fuck did you remember which chicken was which?
Yeah, which chicken was
After
which?
tuning it.
Hey man, when you get close to person with those chickens, you never know, man. Those some real good jerk chickens.
If you're gonna present that you're gonna fucking play a song with chickens, you better know what you're doing. And it's amazing when it happens. It's like it. I want to know how they figured it out. Was it like they were just sitting around and somebody had one? Were they in a Target and we're like, what does this do? And they were like, wait, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Buy 10 of these.
Also, what the fuck do you even buy like rubber chickens nowadays?
Anymore,
other than Amazon.
Yeah.
The Amazon.
That means you had to go online and look for one and be like, okay, so what size is it though?
Yeah.
And the like customer service widget that you're talking to is like, I don't understand the question. And you're like, no, what size is that rubber chicken? It's like, it's a fucking rubber chicken, dude. And he's like, yeah.
They only come in one fucking size. What are you talking about?
Rubber chicken size, you dumbass. Give me the $5.99 and fuck off. Go to the checkout.
Oh shit, that's funny. That's funny as hell. Oh man. Chad, I ain't gonna lie. This is probably one of the funniest fucking podcasts that we didn't have.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me, you guys. I can't wait to do
I
it.
really think this is dope. It's 10:53. All right, so we'll wrap up at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
We will give you guys time to ask questions. We'll scroll up a little bit to see if we missed any questions, and we'll answer those. But yo, I just want to thank Chad for coming through and stopping by JD's podcast because this has been a fucking episode.
Seriously, thank you guys. It's been a week. I don't know if you read the news, so I really appreciate being here with you guys and having a good time because this has been nice.
Facts.
Likewise.
It's nice when you can be in a room with people and be like, "Hey, can we just talk about movies and not the world?"
Right.
For just a minute.
Nobody got time for that shit.
No.
But
vote in the midterms. Vote in the midterms. Oh my God. Please, if you can. If you can't. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. I ain't voting for nobody till they start promising to fix these potholes. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not leaving Chicago anytime soon. I'm just gonna worry about that right now.
I need to see somebody out there with that hot ass clay and fucking filling these potholes before I vote for anybody.
You could do what I seen somebody do in another city. They went out there and drew dicks on the potholes. So the city had to basically fill it.
They had to cover the shit up.
Yeah.
Seriously, I thought wasn't that Atlanta? I think that was Atlanta. I don't remember.
I was like
I saw that and was like, excellent. That is excellent.
That's how you get shit done.
Yeah. Someday we'll be able to drive down Western and not break our cars.
Bro, don't even mention that shit. That's the worst, busiest fucking major street in fucking Chicago. And you have to take
it everywhere. You have to wear a bike helmet in an Uber on that street because you're like, oh man, we're going down Western. Hang on.
Yeah, right.
I just avoid it altogether.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's terrible.
You can't avoid it. That's the fucked up part because either you're gonna be driving down California, you're gonna be driving down fucking Ashland, and neither one of those are even fucking better.
Yeah, that's true.
Neither one of those are better.
Yeah, really. They can't all be Foster Avenue. It's always such a breeze. You're like, Foster.
You're like, yo, they don't even have speed bumps over here.
What is that, a bike lane? Oh wow, they look so safe.
Oh man. Let's see if I see any questions that we missed. I can check at the bottom. I think somebody just posted something.
Let's see. Oh, he said thoughts on Doctor Strange too.
Well, we agreed. We can talk about spoilery stuff, right?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
All right. Well, I loved it because I'm a big Sam Raimi fan, and I felt like it was the most not MCU movie in the MCU because it was a Sam Raimi movie, right?
Yeah.
This is what we came for. It's going to be tight camera angles, scary shit, and it was legit scary. I was like, oh, that was a jump scare. That got me. Okay, great. Love this. Had a horror, and it was not. It was like what it was like reading a real. It was felt like I was reading a comic book. Because it was just Doctor Strange is in this he's trying to get the book of Mom Lam Lam. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. And then it never stops to go, here's why. Because you're like, well, I don't care why. I mean, you tell me, I don't care. Like, get the book, man.
Just get the fucking book.
Love it. Give it.
That's cool. I guess we didn't miss any questions, so we just gonna talk shit until fucking.
Yay, talking shit. Yeah, it felt like it was a horror movie, and that's what I knew that Sam Raimi had said that he was gonna do. And then, like, I don't know, I thought that like they killed it. Like when it was over, I was like, this is what I came for.
Was it a continuation of that Marvel What If shit?
Well, okay. So
was it canon to it or something?
Kinda. Well, it's kinda, because then when they start doing multiverse, it's like all of it's fine. Which I was so happy that they finally did multiverse stuff, because I was like, great. So now there's no rules anymore. Anything, it doesn't matter. It's multiverse.
Yeah.
And they've been killing it with that, because like No Way Home was such a trip. And
Loki was probably the best series I've ever seen in a long fucking time.
I loved it. I didn't. All right, so it took me a second because I had to rewatch the last episode again, because what they pulled that, like, the whole time I'm going, it's going to be a Loki, right? Like that's what the story set up, is that like at the end of this, he's going to run into Ultimate Loki. Yeah, and that's what this was supposed to be. It's going to be like we have to keep doing this for eternity or blah blah blah. Yeah. And then when it was like, oh, dude from Lovecraft Country. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? And then he was like, oh, I bet you didn't get to expect to see me. I'm like, no, sir. In fact, I did not, but it is good to see you. And then like he goes off on this whole diatribe, and I was like, holy shit, is he Kang? And then he's like, yes, in fact, I am. I'm like, holy fuck, they're doing Kang the Conqueror? What? And then like, and then it was over, and then it was never mentioned again in any of the movies. And I was like, all right, what is going on? So it took me a second watch to go back and go, all right, I know there's a big story coming. Yeah. And it just wasn't what I was expecting. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of waiting for too in Doctor Strange. I was like, come on, they got to show me something with Kang.
Yeah, you want the next big baddie like crazy. Yeah. Okay, because we had Thanos since
1999. No, like since 2005.
He went through either gender changes and racial changes at some fucking point. He had too many fucking Thor so fucking long, bro. Not Thor, Thanos. Like it was fucking ridiculous. Like, yo, like Thanos was black at first. Then he was fucking. Then he decided to turn purple. Then he was like a light, more Barney-ish purple, and then
he was like a grimace purple.
Grimace, yeah.
Like he just went through some shit that we didn't even get the chance to see till like at the end of every fucking Marvel movie. We didn't even see what the fuck he was going through.
Right. And then at the end, they were just like, "Oh yeah, remember that guy from all those movies?" You're like, "Kinda looks like that guy." They're like, "It's the same guy." You're like, "Okay, all right, same guy, cool." And then movie came. I mean, no, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna do like, because I know they're doing Secret Wars. Because they said they were. Yeah. So that's going to be like a multiverse thing, which they're setting up, which I love.
And I think they just announced they're bringing Daredevil back too.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Great.
Because I keep seeing headlines saying new Daredevil, but like not a continued Daredevil. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it's just like they can still have the same Daredevil, but like it's just newer stuff that's going on and shit.
Don't go back in time. We have that. We have that series. You have that series on Disney Plus. We know where he comes from. It's fine. Just move on.
We don't need the Batman.
You already gave him to us in Spider-Man, so
that was enough too. That was enough too. Like if that was the introduction of Daredevil and we didn't have the series before that, that would have been fucking fine too.
So great.
We don't need it.
Yep.
And I was happy. So I think the best MCU villain has been what's his name? Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Because I actually really love, because I feel like he is from the comic books Kingpin. He sounds like what I think Kingpin sounds like. And I can't wait to see him just like show up in a Spider-Man movie. And when he showed up in Hawkeye, I was just chuffed. Yeah. I was like, there we go. Now we're making it slowly happen. I need to see him on fucking Tom Holland. Just please.
It is a little something I don't like about his little baby face. I don't know if it's just a man like with no facial hair or like no hair at all. And his head like so fucking round. It's like a baby face or some shit like that. It's something about that.
Yeah, and I thought that's effective. Like I don't want to like him. I don't want to be in a room with him. I don't need to experience. You just hang out over there, man. And then when he goes fucking Super Saiyan and just starts kicking everybody's ass, I'm like, no, that's Kingpin, man. That's terrifying.
He got hit with some shit in Hawkeye, and that motherfucker hopped up like it wasn't shit.
Yeah. I love it in the comics. It's like, oh yeah, it's because he has like a bulletproof suit, but in the movie, it's like, who knows?
No,
You'll never know.
You never
know.
know.
Tough skin. He's got tough ass skin.
He's just basically part rhino. It's cool. Yeah, I love him, and I love to see him come back. And then seeing Charlie Cox in Spider-Man, I was like, oh, good. Then we're locked in. Then he's gonna show up. Great.
Yeah. Is Kang stronger than Thanos? Definitely.
Yeah.
Without a
doubt. Not even a hesitation. Yes.
Thanos was like the distant cousin of a fucking Celestial, and
Kang. It's not just Kang you got to worry about. It's all of the Kangs
that
are out there.
It's true. All of them. It's not
that's why I thought we was gonna at least get one of them, because he was like, in Loki, he was like, I'm not even the worst one.
He said, I'm the nice one. I'm the one keeping all these motherfuckers in check and away from each other. But if they combine, it's a wrap for y'all.
I love the look that he gives Sylvie in that moment. He's just like, okay. And you're like, oh, don't do that. Oh no. Oh no.
Like at this point, it's up to you. It's your danger at this point.
Have a good no, I can't wait to see him, because he's gonna have that headpiece, because you see it in Loki at the end, like the carving, and I was like, man, that is vintage Marvel. And so my favorite of the Marvel characters is Galactus. And I am we are on the edge of getting Galactus at some point.
We got a long way.
We have a way to go. I mean, we have a ways to go. But man, we're so close.
We got to get a.
You know what that means? You know what?
Silver Surfer. It means Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four. It means so many things.
Yeah.
Oh
the good thing is, we got the right properties in the right hands so far right now. So
far it's been A+ across the board. And then now that they've introduced the multiverse shit, all the other shit's canon. It all works out. They're doing the thing I'm looking forward to the most and cannot wait for. Psyched. I was psyched for Doctor Strange because I love Sam Raimi and Danny Elfman and horror movies. So yeah, give it to me. But I am psyched for the new X-Men cartoon that they're going to do. X-Men 97.
Yes. The continuation of the fucking one from the 90s.
Right here.
Yes.
Oh man. And then when in Doctor Strange, I don't know, you've seen the
I seen they introduced Illuminati and all that shit, and
right.
When
Professor X comes in, it's the theme from the X-Men cartoon.
Oh yeah,
and I freaked out
with the electric guitar and all.
Yeah. It's in the background.
I gotta see the movie
and
now.
I freaked out, and somebody's like, "What up?" I'm like, "I do not have time to explain why I'm freaking out right now. Just trust me when I say that was dope."
I was literally sitting with me and my wife when I was screaming like a little schoolgirl. When I heard it, I was like,
that song.
That's still my ringtone.
Oh my god, yes. Oh man, that was. Oh man, they know what they're doing. God, they know what they're doing, and we will show up because they will not let us down.
No,
it's good food. It's just good food.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna sit here and wait for my X-Men. That's all I want. I want a legit good X-Men. That's it.
I want that because that means we'll get Galactus. We'll get the Galactus experience. We're gonna get Judge Doom or Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
We're gonna get Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit's gonna show up because I'm pretty sure it's Disney, so they can do that. No, we're gonna get Dr. Doom. Oh my god, we're gonna get that. I thought Moon Knight was fun. I just want to see him just not be depressed.
I gotta finish watching the rest of it. I gotta finish watching. I started it, but I didn't finish it.
I didn't even start it yet.
It's cool. It's just about how sad Moon Knight is, and this is what I didn't like about the X-Men movies. I was like, I don't need any more sad superheroes. We're good. Just be a super. I get it. You're complex. Cool. You can do that at home for 20 minutes, and we'll then move on. Let's do this. It's coming, and knowing that X-Men 97 cartoon is going to be somehow connected to the MCU because of the multiverse, everything is happening.
That's
and I'm like,
what's crazy too? I just thought about all the 90s show, X-Men, Spider-Man, all of those were
top tier.
Top tier, and they had hella crossover episodes with each other.
Yeah.
So if X-Men is canon, that lets me know that the rest of this
The
shit
door is
will be-
open.
yeah,
The door is
will
the
be
fact
canon.
that you can put the Andrew Garfield movies, even if they are what they are. I still love Jamie Foxx in that movie. I know that movie's terrible, but I thought Jamie Foxx was great.
No, you gotta explain that shit, Chad. The electricity fixed his teeth. We ain't letting
Yeah,
that shit slide.
no.
We're not letting that slide.
You're not wrong. You're not. It was flawed. It was flawed all the way through. But like every time Jamie Foxx is in a movie, I'm just like, yeah, man, you're doing great. It's just good to see you, man. I'm happy you're here.
It's good to see you.
It's just good that you're here. But like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man are now all MCU canon, so you can put those on the shelf with your Infinity Saga. That was
Yeah.
And multiverse, not multiverse. Into the Spider-Man, the animated one.
Animated.
Yeah. And you can do Into the Spider-Verse, which I can't.
And they got another one coming with the Spider-Man 2099 and shit like that.
And they gave it to us. They gave us the pointing shit at the end of Into the Spider-Verse, and it was Oscar Isaac. Oh my god! And then they gave us. So did you in No Way Home because we were waiting for it
in the lab. They did it in the lab.
They did it in the lab, and I was like, God damn it, guys! God damn it!
They know how to get us, man. The memes they get us every time. They get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
I was like screaming, "Thank you," because I was waiting for that. I was like, if I don't see it in this movie, somebody's gonna pay.
And that's what happens when you get fans running the house. Like when fans run the studio and the main studios and stuff like that, you get stuff that's great. That's why Jon Favreau, J.J. Abrams, because like he rebooted or whatever the fucking Star Wars franchise, right? Like I loved his Star Trek. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Yeah,
but his Star Wars movies are what they were. But when Favreau did The Mandalorian, and we were like, oh, there's Star Wars. Thank you. Yeah, we were sitting down and I was like, what is it? What's going on? Do you know Adam Burke? He's a comedian. He does Wait, Don't Tell Me a bunch. Yeah, good friend. We always watch like crap movies and get high and talk about it. Or rather, I get high and he looks at me and goes, no, I couldn't possibly. And so right. So we're watching this and we're just like, what's the difference? What happened? And I was like, here's what it is. J.J. Abrams is a fan. He's a Star Wars fan. There's no question. But he never took his toys out of the box. Like all of his toys are on the shelf. They look great, untouched with. He's got some original shit. No. Favreau has like a Rubbermaid full of like trashed Star Wars toys with like arms missing. Yeah. Parts of them are
can't
burned.
Never find this shit.
Yeah, you're like still missing that one part from the TIE fighter, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, I think one of his cousins stole it or some shit like that. It been lost so long.
And that's why that's why it all looks so good. Because I'm like, you played with your toys, man. You get how this is supposed to go. The Mandalorian's supposed to jump onto the sandcrawler and then like hang there while the Jawas are shooting at it. Whereas J.J. Abrams would just like let the sandcrawler go by, and we just go, "Oh, remember Return of the Jedi? Great movie, great movie."
It's like how we just got fucking Boba Fett and we was on fucking Tatooine for the whole fucking series and nobody gave two fucks
about Tatooine.
About Tatooine.
Yeah. What? I loved what I was fine with it. The thing about it is like Boba Fett, people were like, it was dumb. I'm like, yeah, but I love that that's TV now. They're like, I can just like, there was a Boba Fett show. Was it good? It's fine. But like every time I watch it, it's like, it's Star Wars. I'm happy. Just keep doing your Star Wars thing. Like even Solo, I was like, I'm not mad. It's not good, but I'm like, still Star Wars, like pizza. It's not. I mean, it's still pizza.
You got Donald Glover. I wasn't mad.
Yeah. Well, now why didn't they make a Lando movie? That's my only. That's all I kept thinking.
That's gonna be a smooth ass movie, though. I can tell you that right now.
And let Donald Glover just direct it. Like,
just
let him do let him just make it.
Yeah,
big facts.
Can you imagine all the cameos in that movie?
I'm gonna mention one thing before we wrap up. Yeah. All right. So I was watching Sonic X, the cartoon series. I don't know. Yeah, you guys watch it. The Batgirl. Every time she talks on that show, somebody is playing a saxophone. That is the sexiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's
like I'm talking about literally every time she talks, it's a nigga in the background. Like, if y'all ever go back and watch just her talk in that whole series, every time she talks, it's somebody playing the saxophone. I just wanted to mention that because I meant to mention it like 2 weeks ago. I just fucking forgot and I just remembered it just now. Yo. Because I was just like, I was watching it with my kids. And I'm like, all right, it's Sonic X. Like, of course, when you're a kid, you watching shit. You're not paying any attention to that shit. But now I'm just watching, like, every time she talks, it's goddamn. I'm like, every time she talks, bro, they play a saxophone. I'm like, yo, she's not even like. All right, I'm not. Now we get into deeper territory. What I was going to say, she's not even that sexy, but I'm talking about the cartoon here. But let me not get into that deep territory. But
no, please go on. We're all with you.
I'm just saying, like every time you talk, it's a fucking saxophone player, bro. I thought that shit was crazy.
That's awesome.
So if y'all go back and never want to watch Sonic X, just skip ahead to when I can't think of her fucking name, but the Batgirl. It's a saxophone playing every time you talk. It's crazy. I just wanted to mention that before we wrapped up.
Oh, that's awesome. The new Sonic movie, Sonic 2, was great.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Fucking dope. Really
that
dope.
Fucking innuendos and that motherfucker were fucking
amazing.
It's hilarious. And Jim Carrey doing like 90s Jim Carrey. And what I love about that is that he said that he was going to retire after that movie, which means if he does, the last thing he ever said on film was "suck it, haters," which forever makes me happy.
Yeah.
For all time.
Yeah, before he fell to the ground, right?
Yeah. I was like, if this is your last movie, the last thing you went on was "suck it, haters." That's how you walk out, man. That's how you call it a day. Yeah, in a kids movie, right? A+. No notes.
Yeah, and he's pushing for fat Eggman.
Yeah, he said that's the only way he's going to come back. That's the only way he's going to come back.
I'm like, yes,
do it. Bring it. They will absolutely. After that movie, they can do anything. They're like, yeah, sure, done. Fucking full on robot fight in that movie. Oh, and they're bringing Shadow.
Yeah, they're bringing Shadow.
Wow. But I don't think.
Chad, did you play the Shadow video game?
Yeah. Okay. So back in
Malcolm don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's going to happen.
I don't think they're going to let him have the clickies.
I think they can do it if they do it right.
Yeah.
I say just give him a rocket launcher. He doesn't have to have real guns, but he can have rocket launchers.
Yeah, he can have rocket launchers.
I was like, the only way I see them giving him some type of gun is like if it's laser or some shit.
Yeah, as we've established that the Doc has all these crazy like laser gadgets and things that fire.
Right. So yeah, that's the only way I could see it. I was like, they're not gonna give him some
in the video game.
9mm.
Look, if they can do a Sonic game death scene in this movie. Yeah. They can do anything because when that happened, when he was drowning and it made the noise and he fell, the theater went fucking bananas. We were all like, "Fuck yes!"
Yeah. Then the air bubble fucked us up too.
Yeah,
all that shit.
I was like, "Yo, God, that movie, excellent." No.
Yeah, that melody was in my head too when he was drowning.
I don't remember. There's a woman on TikTok who drums. And she's amazing, and she drums along to all of the stages from Sonic right now. Is what she's doing. Cool. If I can find her name, I'll send her the.
That's cool as fuck. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Anyway,
that's cool. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank Chad the Bird for coming again. We definitely had a good ass time just talking, chilling, and kicking it. That's y'all know that's how our interviews usually go. We barely get to like questions and shit. we get sidetracked as fuck.
Yeah.
What more could we know? I feel like we know each other so well now. We're good.
We agreed on enough shit that we're
good.
We had our questionable moments. We were like, I don't know. And it's like, okay, but this is an okay place to question.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this up. Chad, shout out your socials and everything so people can know where to follow you, find you, and everything like that.
Okay. On Instagram it's Chad Bird with a U because there's another guy named Chad Bird holding my name hostage. So check that one out. On TikTok it's Chad the Bird Talk. And Facebook it's all Chad the Bird from here on out. YouTube, you find me on YouTube, find me everywhere. ChadTheBird.com. And there's a birdcast that I do once a week that if you can't make it to the Green Mill and you don't want to watch the YouTube stuff, I just put that on my podcast and I interview people. And I'm definitely going to have you two on, so get ready.
Nice.
And you said that, I know on your stream you said that you're going live on TikTok all next week or something like that?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, what I've been doing recently, because I'm still kind of new to this whole thing, is like I've been doing a YouTube stream twice a week where we either watch something stupid. We did a 420 show that I still don't remember. And then on Thursdays, we play through like the one we did today.
Yeah.
We try to do every Thursday where we find like an old retro game and we play through it start to finish. So like old school CD-ROM stuff.
You gotta play Monkey Island.
Yeah, we did. We played Curse of Monkey Island. That was fucking great. And we're gonna, I think we're going to do Day of the Tentacle next or Grim Fandango. I haven't decided. But like that guy shit. We did Mist, and that was a blast. But yeah, we do that. But like next week, because this week's been nuts, and then like this Saturday, May 21st, at 10 o'clock in the morning is my Saturday morning show. Please come check it out. It's live. You can watch it later, but it's more fun when you wake up at 7 a.m. and have cereal with it. And we've got Toilet Tea Paper, famous toilet paper character from TikTok. That's a real thing. And
what the fuck is that?
Yeah, check it out. He's hilarious. And then like we have a couple of other characters. There's a goat demon that's awesome. And then we have Dylan Carey, who's another, speaking of musicians, Dylan Carey is a great guy in Chicago. He's going to be on the show. We've got another bunch of episodes that are on my YouTube. But yeah, May 21st, we're going to go live in the morning for the Saturday morning show. So come check that out.
Sweet.
All right, dope. Okay, I found Toilet Tea.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Okay.
He's going to be on there. But like,
it's poop word of the day.
Poop word of the day. 5 million followers. But yeah, right. But yeah, so next week I want to try something different. I'm gonna go live on TikTok every night and just from whatever's happening. So yeah, come check me out.
All right, dope. You guys make sure you guys go do that. Dread Dads Podcast. Every single day we uploading shit, not eat, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, wherever the heck we are at. Y'all know where to find us. Dread Dads Podcast, everything except for Twitter. Except for Twitter. Two Dads with Dreads. Yeah. My name is Clint.
My name is Mal.
We out this joint. Make sure to hit all the socials and everything like that. Y'all know what to do. And Chad, we're gonna talk a little bit after behind the scenes. And I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Holla at y'all on today's Thursday. We holla at y'all on Saturday.
What day is it?
Peace out.
Bye.